Okay, we are live. Hopefully, I noticed in the last stream my mic was a bit lower than everyone else's, so I upped it a bit. So I hope it's good. But yeah, we are live with episode 3 of Abomination Vaults. Last time you guys went to the top of a lighthouse, fought a vampiric mist, killed it, and then the lighthouse started shining a beam on the graveyard of the nearby town, which is always a good sign.
Especially when you're near a place that's known for undead.
Are you?
Yeah, didn't we? Wasn't that part of the lore drop?
Undead. Yeah.
There it was. So I guess I wasn't clear enough about that. There aren't undead in that graveyard beyond the standard, as if it was in real life, children's stories of occasional undead, but like not.
No, I mean we learned about the lighthouse place. It's like for some goddess or god of undead.
Oh
Nimbleoth.
yeah, Nimbleoth.
Yeah, that's
yes.
what I meant.
Yes. Okay. I thought you were talking about the cemetery.
The hunter of the river of death, or whatever the fuck
Eater
it
of
is.
souls, the empty death, that kind of entity. Very, very simple and friendly. I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, we know exactly what he's about.
What do you guys do? Do we cut in on you guys rushing back to town?
No.
Okay.
Up to us buying horses at a crossroads and going somewhere else.
I think Kalith wanders up over to our healer, points at a conspicuous large patch of blood, and requests healing.
I'm drained.
No, I just need a treat wounds roll to get rid of wounded, essentially.
All right, I guess. I'm not really paying attention to it, and I roll a number.
It is, I believe, 2d8.
11.
Oh, it is not 2d8. It's just
I rolled
it
an
doesn't
11.
work. It's a 15 minimum, but it's not a critical failure, which means no health is lost, but no health is gained. Unfortunately,
I hold
Kayla.
out a baby bear also to be given healing.
All right.
Is it the specific person that can't be healed again, or the
Yes.
specific combination?
It is the specific person that cannot be healed again for an hour.
Okay.
Oh.
Roll a 10.
All right.
Nope.
Still don't know
No
bear
better.
anatomy.
While this is all going on, I imagine this light is still beaming
It's
out.
still just, it's been the last
Can
20
I-
minutes.
Can I investigate this light?
Yes. Please make an occultism or an arcana check. Your choice. I guess choose and we have
20.
Okay, I was gonna say we can test out the macros here, but too late. Okay, so the beam is shooting a type of energy that seems to be necromantic in nature on the graveyard.
Zombie beam.
Yeah, I do not expect that the town has much time if this beam is to keep going.
And it just seems to be steady. You're examining the actual source of the beam, in the center where you were fighting the blood ooze is what seems to be just an iron cage with nothing but a glowing ball of light in it. I think you can tell when looking at this that 20. Let me check it. 20 is decent. Yeah, you can tell that this isn't actually the source of the beam. It's basically the light is just a focus, it's focusing and directing it. The energy is being directed up the center of the lighthouse from deeper below.
There's no off switch here.
There is no off switch. There's nothing to shatter or break.
Dang it, I was gonna shoot something.
Would covering the light stop the beam at all?
If you can find it, yeah, I think that's a good question. In this
We've
case,
got a lot of rubble down below. Just start carting it up and doing some construction work, and block the window it's shining out of.
yeah. No, it will not. The reason you know this is because this is the same energy that's being focused up through the center of the lighthouse, and that same energy has gone through several layers of solid stone already, and it doesn't seem even slightly blocked by it. It appears like light, but it isn't acting like it, other than it goes in a straight line when directed.
Can we trace where it's coming from at all?
Straight down below, like somewhere
Below the lighthouse, it's below the tower we're in.
straight down, yeah, from where you're standing.
Do we have any down in that tower direction?
There were no
Yeah.
stairs down that you found directly in the tower, no.
Well, I think we
Yes.
should probably make sure there's no undead coming out of that graveyard.
Surely that is a matter for the town guards.
Oh, the paladin? Do we have a paladin we can call?
I
Someone
don't think
who...
there's anyone.
See, I can say that zombies are in fact illegal. They are forbidden from rising from their graves.
Okay, so any zombies who rise from the graves are therefore under arrest for doing so.
Yeah.
The
But if they're
penalty is
never
re-death.
entombed, if they're never entombed, they're fair game.
Okay.
Is the general
Yeah,
gist
but
of
if
the
they dig
law.
themselves out of the grave, they're causing property damage to the cemetery, and it's just unlawful.
Also, they were put there for a reason, right? That seems presumptuous that they can just get up on their own.
So do you hurry back to town after the
Yeah,
20
but
minutes
like, I
of
don't.
recovery?
My point is, I don't know how to stop a zombie uprising. My jurisdiction ends at declaring them criminals.
Okay. Okay. So, as we've discussed before, it's about a 45-minute walk to and from. So if you just lightly jog, you can probably make that in half an hour without any
Let's
issues.
just make it
Or
a
we
little
can
bit
take an
longer, like
hour.
an hour, so we can try healing again at the end.
We could also dally and take an hour.
That's okay. You can dally and take an hour if you'd like to.
Yes,
Hypothetically, undead, if they are being risen and are properly buried, will take some time to dig their way out. Hypothetically.
Probably shorter than an hour, though.
Yeah, we should probably go fast, shouldn't we?
I leave it to you.
I still vote for an hour as, I'm going to go down so many times otherwise.
How many spells do I have left?
I can answer that question for me. None.
Don't
Alright,
worry, I got like 41 bullets left.
I have 3 heals and or turn undeads.
Ooh.
The reason I'm pushing for the treat wounds here is because I've got the wounded condition from going down, and if I get hit points back specifically from treat wounds and not a spell, it goes away.
I see.
I also have 1 use of command, which I don't know how that's going to be helpful.
When a person levels up, do they get a spell from the extra spell slots that they just acquired, or no?
Technically, it's there, but depending on the type of caster you are, you might not be able to use it because you'd have to prepare the spell.
I am a prepared caster.
Then,
So,
yeah, prepared
no,
casters
you
would
don't
not
have
get it
to do one
immediately.
for
Spontaneous
spell
ones,
slots.
I think, might.
Okay. Aw, very
And I
sad.
mostly just prepare healing spells.
Okay. Are you taking an hour or not, then? It's not clear to me.
We should probably do the half hour so we can stand on top of the graves and just kind of boot them back down.
Fair?
How bad is wounded? What
level?
does wounded do?
Wounded is... It makes bleeding out worse.
You auto start a level higher in dying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
when
basically
When
Wait,
you
wait,
go
wait.
down, you're no longer dying 1, you're dying 2.
Okay.
Is it wounded
So-
1 you have, Marissa?
Yes, at the moment.
Okay.
And 12 HP.
So wounded 4 is the only one we really need to worry about.
You got hero points.
You all have at
Yeah.
least 1 hero point plus whatever else you got. So,
Well, hey, if everyone else says go, let's go.
okay, cool. So, you guys rush over back to town. You arrive. I'll switch the map over. You arrive back so you can see the Otari graveyard, the road to it on your right. The soil of the graveyard seems to roil and churn in the eerie blue light from the
So
lighthouse.
this is the graveyard?
Yes. Dozens of skeletons and shambling corpses haul themselves free from the ground and rush to the south, away from you are in the north. Without any hesitation, the walking dead plummet over the cliff's edge to rain down upon the domes of the Dawnflower Library below.
Problem solved.
I
Yeah,
like that
sorted.
library.
As you approach, you can spot that the town guards have put up several barricades near the entrance to the graveyard itself. There's about 6 guards there, one of which clearly is in charge because you can hear his voice from quite a while away as he's yelling at someone. I think you can also you see coming up towards the rushing up towards the graveyard from the other side, since the road basically like they'd have to pass straight by you to get to the graveyard as they come up from here and go all the way around. You can see the mayor accompanied by a familiar looking tiefling as your friend has the woman. What is her name? I had it literally
Rin?
an hour ago.
Rin.
Rin. I keep thinking like Rix, but no, it's Rin. Yeah, Rin, accompanied by Mayor Osef Menhems, who's the town's mayor, are both rushing towards the graveyard as well. They effectively, if you're standing sort of in the road here, they're guaranteed to see you. It is still daytime, I believe.
Yeah, because we went back in the morning.
Yeah. So it's still like 10 in the morning at this point. Maybe 11.
Do we have any better or alternative way to get to the monastery as opposed to going through the graveyard?
You can go like all the way around.
Yeah, you can go down the road and through the town, basically. But as you watch, you can see that most of the undead who are jumping down towards there's dozens or hundreds of them are jumping down onto the library. Most of their bodies are just completely broken on impact. Like, the library is well below the cemetery. It is a cliff for a reason. So they are the vast majority of them aren't getting back up after they jump. 1 in every 20 or so seems to be, which would be a lot, but you can see the occasional flash of divine light down there as the main cleric there, who you met before Thorvald, Vandy Banderdash, you can see the sort of the silhouette of like this halfling cleric who seems to be unleashing her divine magic. She seems to be holding them back for now because of that.
Okay, so we got the time to do. We should go around if we want to, it seems.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I guess we should go support the library.
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
I'm not finished with its books.
As you watch, the two who were hurrying past you, I think, Rin spots you, and I think she says a few words to the mayor, and they split up. She runs towards you near the. I assume like you're probably near. Actually, you're probably right. In order to see down the cliff, you'd be right at the edge of the road here in the intersection, I would assume. So I think then they both like see you and catch up to you. They're both panting, like they were both sprinting up here. They stop for a second to catch their breath, and Rin is the first one to speak. She says, what happened? What did you see?"
Blood mist that tried to kill us, so we killed it, and then light.
That's pretty much it.
Um,
I punched blood.
I shot blood.
and the
It's
lighthouse, it's doing this. Did you see what caused it?
The lighthouse.
I think it was the
Um,
death of the blood thing.
Yeah.
It happened about 20 minutes after because you rested for another 20 minutes
Oh.
and you did two rounds of treat wounds before this happened. Yep.
In that case, possibly it was killing the blood mist, but it took a little while, so who knows?
I'm not the magic architect builder. That seems like a really cool job.
Yeah.
There's still much more to be discovered about that lighthouse, but we figured we'd deal with this first.
Good idea. The man speaks this time. Osif, the mayor, Osif. He says, "We need to get to the Captain Long saddle. He's right over there. We'll coordinate the defense with him. The clerics down below seem to be holding their own for now, but there's, we'll see.
Can you just burn the graveyard?
That would be bad. Mostly because if you get the grass to catch fire here, it might end up catching the forest on fire, and it'd be bad.
Dig a pit.
Yeah,
That
come on.
is a
They're
lot.
Better
That takes a
notions
lot
of
more time to do than.
magic.
In human
How many
world, but
children
we got
in
magic.
this town? How many children with
How many
shovels?
shovels they have. Either way, the mayor tries to beckon you to follow him to the guards to meet up and see what's going on.
All right. I guess we have to handle this ourselves.
Do we know if there's more than that one cleric? Or one?
She is the only significant cleric. There are probably some acolytes who would know like a spell or two, but she seems to be handling herself. One thing to note though is that like most of the undead, like it's probably like greater than a 50-foot fall. So any undead that are surviving that at all are probably heavily damaged.
Do we have any estimate of how many more, like how many people were even in this graveyard? Are we?
Do you want to
When are
make
they going to run out?
an Otari lore check?
Yeah, actually.
Okay. What is your I think it's time to test our do you have tokens here? No, you can't. Okay, hold on. You need to select your token to be able to do that. So I think that I'll switch you back to the previous map. You can select your token. In the top left should be the there's a few different versions, but blind one roll would work. You can
do you just put in the number on the skill or the skill itself?
You put in the name of the skill and then the number of the skill next.
Okay.
Actually, I'll do it. Did it work? Oh, you have to be selecting your character. Perfect. You do not know how many. However, Otari, while it is quite an old town, about 500 years old, 500 years ago is when it was founded, it has always remained a somewhat small town. So it's hard to know for sure how many, but probably I actually can pull up the current population. Let me check. And then from there I can guesstimate. Otari's current population is just over 1,000. And so there's probably only a few the number of spaces in the graveyard is several hundred. If I remember correctly, a few hundred actually. Several is maybe too much. A few hundred. But they were probably layered multiply. Like the graveyard spaces have been reused, and it's unclear how decayed a corpse would be before it is no longer able to be resurrected. But it could be anywhere from a few hundred to a few thousand undead, probably.
As they're going off the cliff, do we ever hear any noise like this? Or no?
Uh,
I don't think skeletons can scream without lungs.
The zombies,
no.
though.
There are skeletons and zombies for the newer undead. I think we probably see one of them fitting in there at one point.
One Wilhelm scream, yes.
Yes. Actually, we see the word, like, we see the zombie. They were named Wilhelm on their tombstone.
Yeah.
Very likely.
A hand come
Jump
out of the
with-
ground.
Yep. But you all get to the guard captain, who seems to be, he's actually yelling for the mayor. And he says he's in the middle of yelling at one of his guards, demanding to know why the mayor isn't here yet. Of course, you all and Rin and the mayor all arrive right behind him, and he says, "Finally, we put up barricades, but most of the undead seem to be crashing to the roof below. There's still some wandering around, though. Now that you're closer to the cemetery, you can see, indeed, there are a handful of undead that just seem to be stragglers, or maybe they didn't get the order to jump off a cliff, or they are those few people who decided not to follow their friends when their friends are all jumping off cliffs. But you can spot spread and scattered throughout the cemetery, wandering around, are several skeletons and zombies. I believe you count roughly 8. Everyone here looks terrified. Even Rin and the mayor and the guards and the guard captain, you can see that they're handling their fear differently. But you can see all of them are gripping their weapons tightly, and some of them are shaky. Some of them, like you can see, they're barely able to keep it together. Others are clamping down on their emotions and like trying to just suppress any of their shock until things are dealt with.
Are any of these skeletons and zombies, like, do they have weapons? Or are they just fisticuffs?
Unfortunately, all of the skeletons seem to be carrying weapons. It seems that it used to be common practice to bury certain like heroes or adventurers with their weapons. Also,
Yeah, you should make a law about this. No weapons in graves. Looking at.
That is a really good rule, actually.
Rogar just holds his clan pistol very closely after you say that. Like,
yeah,
no.
you try telling that to the people who want to be buried with their weapons. But yeah, you can tell even looking at
I
them.
think it's a nominal fee would be the best, the best option.
The guards would not be like the guards are containing this, but that's mostly because none of the undead are even wandering through here. This is probably the first time you get the impression that almost anyone here has seen an undead before. Like these guys are very, let's call it, protected from a lot of the typical D&D, disasters that might happen. So, but yeah, the guard captain turns to you, Captain Longsaddle, and she says, I think he looks towards Thorvald as the one who is the oldest, and says, did you do this? He's gesturing to all of you, but he's mostly looking at Thorvald.
Nine. It was the lighthouse in the swamp.
He narrows his eyes, not sure if he should trust you. Rin steps in, and he says, Captain, I brought my concerns to you before about the lighthouse, and you dismissed them. I think this is that. I asked them to look into it. Look into it, huh? You think they... I think he says, like, and by looking into it, you just stepped on a trap and triggered this?
No.
I don't believe that's the case, Captain. They're here to help.
Well, help.
He narrows his eyes, like he doesn't really trust you still, but he says, I think... After a pause, he says, fine. Want to help? My men can't... I think he gets closer to you so his men can't hear him say this, but he says, my men are green. They can't do it. They can barely hold a sword. You get in
That seems
there.
kind of
You
obvious.
clean up the undead. I'll hold the line here.
If I can make an alternative suggestion,
What?
all you need to do is hold the line here. They don't need to do anything but stop them getting out this graveyard. If most of them are dead set upon jumping to their deaths or re-deaths or whatever it is on the tomb below, let them do that. As long as you can hold the line, we should help down below.
As you are saying that, you can see now, and as you had approached, that most of the undead have actually just finished leaving the graveyard. And by that I mean jumping down the cliff.
Yeah, easy. Cool.
Yeah, we are wasting time. There are zombies below and books that are very fragile.
And I think actually, yeah, Rin says, I can help deal with the undead down below. I have some spells that will be good against them. Before I go, do any of you need any healing?
I hold up the baby bear.
I gesture at the
Yeah.
still blood.
She has the heal spell, and she can use one on each of you two.
I'll take it.
Perfect. So let me pull it up. It's just like oh, the cameras are in a different order. Indigo and Marissa are in a different order. Why is that the case? Because Indigo switched to Indigo instead of 4B, so he wasn't first anymore on his nickname.
It's because I put nicknames in the chat.
That explains what happened. Okay. And now all our cameras except Zen's are frozen, which is very strange.
Oh,
I didn't realize it would mess that much up.
my show
that was
now.
me minimizing, and for some reason, I don't know why, but for some reason, oh, you know what? That might be why. I'll
on
fix
the
the
stream, it looks like mine is unfrozen, but everyone else's is frozen.
You're right.
I don't know how delayed that is.
I suspect it's just an issue with me capturing from multiple things. Hold on. I'll
No.
just switch away from switching to break. I'll just be a sec.
We need to vamp.
It really should be just...
And then we're good. I just need to switch back and forth, and then we're good.
Okay.
It was weird. But yeah, we're good now. 2d8, I believe, is the normal heal amount on a 2-action heal, single target.
No.
No, it's a 1d8 plus 8.
Yes.
Okay.
It's
Who's
better
first?
than
Bear or
2D8.
Caliph?
You, the human, or the elf person first.
Perfect. Caliph, you heal for 15 health. The bear heals for 10. I'll switch cameras for both of you in a sec. And Rin, if there's nothing else she can help you with, she's gonna hurry downstairs. She has heal, which can also be used to harm undead. She has a turn undead cantrip, I believe. Disrupt undeath is a cantrip she has. So yeah, she's gonna be helpful there.
That would be convenient to have taken.
How big is the cliff? Like feet wise, like how
let me check.
far is the fall?
It is far enough that very few of the undead are getting up after. I'm just checking.
Can we just use the guard as a cordon, like surround them, push in, and basically push them off the cliff, supporting whatever we need?
There's only about 8 of them in total left in the
And 8
graveyard.
of them pushed off the cliff is better than fighting 8 of them hand to hand.
I think you're overestimating the guards. You can push them off the cliff.
Support them behind.
I have a gun. I'm just gonna shoot them in the head like a normal zombie movie.
It's a half hour. Oh no, it's
zombie
usually.
movie.
I'm not seeing how close it's. I'm guessing it's. Given that most people would prefer to take a half-hour walk, I'm seeing that most people would prefer to walk around the town than walk up the small wooden stairway. It's probably like 50 or 100 feet up. It's
Between 50 to 100?
somewhere between 50 to 100 feet up.
Would you say it's less than 80 feet?
From the
top to the bottom?
I'm unsure.
Because I could shoot them from the cliff edge if that's the case.
There probably won't be many
even if
left
not,
to
you
shoot
could
down
put
below.
them there.
I'm just saying, if we clear out the graveyard and then I go to the edge, I can still getting
Yes.
pot
y-
shots.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
You not to mention your clan pistol has like you can shoot up to times 10 of your range with a
I think that's
cumulative
with
penalty.
every
Yes,
gun.
with every ranged weapon, you can
Yeah.
do it up to 10 times the range. Yeah. Um. So I think even if you're more a bit neutral, the guard captain's gonna kind of like make sure the barricade is opened for you and just try to like get you into the graveyard.
Well,
Okay.
it appears the captain is laying the track. Let's go.
Yep.
Do you have like a torch?
It's daytime.
I mean, zombies and fire don't mix.
Fair.
So are there
I got rid of
zombies?
my
Are there
torches. They were too heavy.
skeletons? What are we seeing that is around us
Do I
right
have
now?
torches?
So, firstly, you should know that despite this event being in the adventure, there was no map in the adventure. Luckily, there are fan-made maps, so I found some and
Excellent.
utilized them. But it is a pretty significant oversight to me.
I mean,
Wasn't that also
that's,
a big thing
that's
in
pretty
Strahd?
common. But-
Well, in 5th edition, it's not too bad because you can do things by theater of the mind.
Mhm.
It doesn't feel easy to do that in Pathfinder, but maybe that's just me with holdovers from 1st edition. I'll copy your tokens over.
That is
Oh,
Yeah,
I was about to say, like, where are
It definitely means you have to shortcut a bunch of rules if you don't have a grid in Pathfinder, but you can do it. It's just there's a lot of I guess so, or nah, it doesn't seem right.
Who lives in the graveyard? Where did that guy go? Did he run away?
Yes, and yes. And
Every town
obviously
has to have a crazy old man that digs the graves.
Also, the guy
And
that
he-
like sweeps and
Yeah, he's the
trims the
gravekeeper.
hedges.
He was the
recently
first
actually
one
did
to
a
run
research.
screaming and tell the entire town that the dead are rising from the graves.
And also in Magic World, that's a useful thing. You station someone in the graveyard just in
Yeah.
case this shit happens. It could happen any given Thursday.
Although, why doesn't he have a
In
gun?
real
That is the
world,
biggest glaring
Yeah, why doesn't he have a
oversight.
gun? Let's get him
Why
a
doesn't he have
shotgun.
just like a real big gun?
They've never had an incident like this since the town was founded 500 years ago.
Well,
So,
I think he should get a real big gun now as just like a bonus.
Or just like barrels of holy water, you just flood the place, something.
Yeah, it's like a swampy area, you know? You just crack some holy water with the boys and you're good.
I mean,
All right.
honestly, though, in real life, I was doing a tour of graveyards, and they had these powers. Maybe not unnatural rising from the dead, but there were guards stationed in towers and graveyards to stop the people from grave robbing and basically selling off the bodies for money.
Mhm.
yeah, and that's more what they were concerned about than anything else.
They're worried about doctors.
Sure.
Doctors. Heathens one and all.
That's who they were selling dead bodies to, was for cadaver
I know.
research and shit
Yeah.
like that. So
Yeah.
they were worried about doctors.
Damn them. Those doctors.
There
Which
we
is
go.
very funny now in the context of Galarian, because it seems the predominant medical professionals in Galarian are priests.
Oh, absolutely.
So I can shoot all three of those guys right now.
So we should roll initiative because as you are shoved into the graveyard, the undead do not have a like 10-foot aggro radius. They notice you pretty soon once you get pushed in.
Can I roll something other than? I guess it doesn't matter. My religion's the same. That was my other.
Can we configure a little bit better here? Because
Absolutely, yeah. You can rearrange.
no way I'm
Okay.
going to be in the front. That's a bad idea.
Hold on, let me reconfigure. All right, I'm good.
Formation achieved.
Yeah, you got pushed
They
in.
go to push you in,
This
and
is
you're
a-
like, no, I got a gun. I'm good. I'm just behind
I'm
this
good.
wall.
Yeah, I'll stay behind the stone wall and
Yeah.
I'll just shoot him.
That's where you are, Rogar, and that's as far back as you guys can go.
Just
Until-
let him. Wait, hold on. I
Yeah,
want to.
you're missing the two guards that are pushing on the gate
Going right there.
behind you,
Yeah.
trying to close it.
That's exactly what they are doing.
It's the meme of the guy going, "Let me in," but instead it's "Let me out."
Yep.
So are they skeletons? Are they zombies? What are we looking at?
So there's a mixture These tokens are zombies, and these tokens are skeletons. They are not armored skeletons like the token showed, but there are zombies and skeletons.
Hmm.
Actually, wait, are they armored?
Wonderful.
I hope they're not armored.
Dang, if they're armored, that's some really good armor to be buried for that long and not rusted off.
Um,
Well, then again, how much armor do you really need when you're a skeleton?
yeah.
It's how much
I
armor do we need when they're
don't
re-skeletons?
think they are. Oh, they're okay. They are wearing armor. How strange.
Hey, new rules when people die, we just burn the bodies. We burn the bodies
Burn
and
all of it.
salt
If
the
they want-
bones.
If they want their stuff, we can burn it too. It's
Yeah.
We
fine.
burn the bodies and use the bones to make weapons to kill undead that we have a
Yes.
problem with.
We powder and mix it into concrete and build our houses with them.
But no. I don't want someone to necromancy a house back to life.
That would cause issues. Yes.
That would be very funny, though.
That would be
Yeah,
an amazing
no,
adventure.
Oh
Is a
yeah, no.
necromancer
The
shoots a
town's
beam?
alive. The whole
Yeah.
town is just vaguely alive.
Yep.
Because it
Reminds
is
me
a
something
town of
about-
necromancers who has bone concrete houses. So the whole place is just kind of like a modern city.
Yeah.
And
They
it's
use
horrifying.
They use an oversized, like, heart of like some kind of giant monstrosity as the center of their plumbing system, for example.
There's a guy down
real
there
gross.
squeezing it.
No, it squeezes itself.
Yeah.
No, it's just it's beating. It's a beating heart that they
Cleaned out.
undeathed back into beating.
Yep.
to pump hot water to everyone's baths.
Yeah.
Yep. So let's roll initiative.
Well, that's a thing.
Initiative. Oh, that's pretty good.
Oh, there it is.
Drat it. Was not
Womp.
clicked onto. Token.
Oh, I will add your turn to the order.
Thank you.
I don't know how a cat can go from literally trying to bite and attack me to sleeping in like 2 minutes.
It is
That's what
cat.
they do.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the job description.
Are these things walls already sort, or is there anything basically to obstruct sightlines?
Yes. So these are all like crypt buildings. The doors have all been burst open as the undead have left them. But yeah, they're all the crypt buildings are like roughly 8, maybe 9 with the tip at the tip of the roof, 9 or 10 feet tall, with their angled roofs. But
So
they
we can-
very much can be hidden behind and things like that.
So we can theoretically see 2 of them.
You've seen the others; they've been wandering about a bit, so it's not
Okay,
quite.
so they're not. All right.
Yeah, it's daytime. You can see all the way, like to where they are.
And these
And-
walls are like half walls or whatever, like little garden walls.
Yes, they are.
Okay, so they'll probably get cover.
Wait, I'm sorry. Is the
think I
light
have
still
all.
cast over the graveyard?
Yes, it is still shining across the whole graveyard. There are just no undead left to raise.
Hmm. But if we die, there might be a
Ooh.
problem.
That might be a bit of an issue. Yes. Who? Let's see. We have Rogar, Caliph, Thorvald. We don't have Hagen. Have you rolled initiative?
I got a 9.
Okay. Let me make sure it's on there.
It is not.
That's a lot of bad guys.
It's 8 of them, I believe, is what it should be. 5 skeletons, 3 zombies. Rogar, you are first. What do you do?
I assume I have the best line of sight on that guy.
Yeah, that's pretty much a straight shot.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot him, reload, and shoot him again.
Perfect. Okay, make 2 attack rolls. The second one is with your second attack penalty.
Okay. Pew. 16.
16 hits.
He takes 4 bludgeoning or piercing, whatever one he is less resistant to,
Okay.
and then pew. Does a 12 hit?
A 12 hits.
All right, so 9 total damage, and I gotta reload again.
Perfect. Zombie, yeah, you've seen like chunks of flesh for the zombie of rotted flesh gets torn off of it, but it is still standing. This skeleton guard all the way over here is going to notice all of you. It is going to move.
Sorry, which skeleton now here? The
You can hover over the turn order to,
Oh.
and you'll be highlighted with which skeleton it is.
He's way over there.
Yes.
Yeah, I see him.
He's gonna move. Actually, those would be difficult terrain because they were very recently. There we go. He's gonna move up to here. Yeah, very recently dug up, so all the graves will be difficult terrain because of that. Moving up to there, and then he is going to shoot you with, I believe, a -2 because he does not have that quite range. I believe he's about 80 feet away, which is going to be a -2.
75.
75.
Or
Yeah. He's out of his ideal range. But the closest of you is Hagen. Hagen, you are being shot with a short bow.
Right.
Even
Okay.
with the -2, that is 17 to hit, which I think
My
just
AC
hits
is
your
17.
AC. You take 5 piercing damage as it just barely hits you.
Doesn't your AC go up when you level up too?
It did go
Yeah,
up
it
from
leveled up to
16.
17.
Oh,
This is before any of the ray shields and stuff.
Yeah, I
Okay.
didn't
Okay.
get
It's
to.
much higher than that normally.
Yeah, I didn't get to raise my shield to make it anywhere between 19 and or 21.
Yes.
I took 5.
One of these.
And I'm still down a bunch of hit points from being
Oh, that is right. Wow.
out of blood.
Oof.
Huh. Well, that's gonna be fun. Kaleth, your turn.
Ray of Frost, the same one that just got shot. 19?
The zombie.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. A 19 hits. You deal
Nice. And
7 cold damage to the zombie.
beautiful. And Arcane Cascade stance.
Okay.
And
Perfect.
that's it.
I think one of the limbs of the zombie full on falls off from frostbite as this happens. It looks very barely able to walk now. Thorvald, what do you do?
Well, I'm short range. Take cover is just one action, right?
Yeah, if you're behind cover, it's just one action.
Yay.
And there's a lot of stuff around here that could work for that.
I'm gonna take cover behind the well.
Perfect. So that's 1 and then 2, I believe. Move and then take cover. What's your third action?
No, that was 2 move.
Oh, it was 2 move actions. Okay.
Yeah.
The zombie down here is going to move. Gets up to here, and that's its entire turn. This skeleton over here is going to also move as they all start noticing you and moving towards you. This one is just going to triple move for its entire turn. This one will also double move for its entire turn. That's going to have to be with getting out of some difficult terrain. So that's there. That'll be 20. That is its entire turn as well. They all start moving towards you. This last skeleton over here is going to move. Where's the best place? I think right here. Then it's going to shoot at you, Thorvald. You will have your +2 bonus from your cover. And what is its range from you? Where do you check range in the new? There it is.
45 feet?
Okay. So you have a +2 AC, but it is not too far away. It does not take a -2 penalty. So a like rotted wooden or probably like bone arrow or something goes flying towards you. A 17.
That is my current AC with the +2.
Okay, you take 2 entire piercing damage.
Son of a bitch.
You got
Um,
bone.
And that is its last turn. Hagen,
All
what
right.
do you do?
I
Oh, actually, I'm wrong. NPCs go first when unties in PF2. So the skeleton guard. You can go anyways. The skeleton guard is the one way at the back, so it's just gonna like triple
Okay.
move. Yeah, it's just moved there.
move once. Can I just totally raise my shield? I guess. Like, I
You can
don't
raise
know.
you can raise your shield and then take cover behind your shield because it's a tower shield if you'd like to.
Yeah, that's probably the best bet because they're all just gonna come in, and this is our best little choke point.
Okay.
And we take cover behind you, behind your shield.
Mhm.
Yeah,
that's the benefit
I
of the tower
think
shield.
that was yeah.
Does that impede line of sight, though? Is my question.
Okay, sorry. Can you move to your token to where it was? For some reason, the arrows were glitching out with the new UI.
Yeah,
for
I
me.
had to. I reloaded it.
Oh, I meant after you moved. Move your token to where it was after you moved them. I think the
It
arrows.
was like here.
Oh,
It glitched. Oh,
please do it without the arrows. In the new UI, the arrows appear to be glitched when they appears on other players, which is a bit frustrating because that's how we. Yeah. Your token started freezing with all like 5 measurements of multiple feet appearing at once
Oh,
with the arrow.
Amazing. That
Oh,
is great.
And then your character started moving across it 1 tile every 10 seconds ish.
it wouldn't be roll 20 without it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it is just a preview of the new UI. They're
Yeah.
not done yet.
We could switch back if needed. Nonetheless, overall I like it. That's the first issue I've encountered with it, but we just started playing. So, you moved and you raise your shield and you take cover behind your shield.
Yep. Unless anyone has any better ideas.
No.
No, that's a good idea.
Okay. Well, the zombie here is going to move right up to you
Cool.
and end its turn.
That was a weird turn.
Red, hello.
Where we come to contact you about your car's extended warranty.
Yep.
And that was the one that was hurt, correct?
That is the one
Yeah.
that is barely keeping itself together.
Too
yes.
many of them are gonna stand in front of me, and then I'm gonna do my turn on dead spell.
Yeah, that's the plan.
I'm gonna roll a d2. Kalith, you are being targeted.
Aw.
By this skeleton here. So it is going to check how close it is to you. Cool. Okay. It is going to move. 15, 20. Oh, hang on. This isn't doing diagonals right.
No, it's not.
Measurement Pathfinder. There we go. It defaulted to the wrong type of diagonal.
I keep forgetting Pathfinder has different diagonal movement rules.
I'm used to actually that one. 5th edition is the weird one to me.
Yeah, 5th edition Pythagoras just doesn't exist.
Yep. Well,
Hexagons are the superior movement tile system.
yes. Kalith, you are being attacked. An arrow flies towards you. What is your AC?
I think I'm at 18 now.
Okay.
Yes, 18.
The arrow flies true, but not too true to crit. It deals 3 damage to you.
Okay.
The skeleton draws another arrow into its bow and fires, this time at Hagen. And misses. The arrow collides uselessly with the raised shield, not dealing any damage to it. That is its
I
turn.
don't even look at it. It's just in the shield.
Rogar, what do you do?
Rogar will reload for action 1.
Mhm.
Action 2, he's gonna remember. Oh yeah, I can do this. He's gonna hunt prey. Oh yeah, I'm a ranger. He's gonna hunt prey. How close they have to me? Just see or
Just
hear your
here,
prey.
so any of them.
Yeah, so that one.
Perfect.
And then I'm gonna shoot at him.
Okay.
20, but because I have precision, hit your hunted prey and around. You also deal 1d8 additional precision damage. So add 7 damage to that.
Perfect. As your gunshot rings out, the skeleton falls to pieces.
No, I don't put it away.
Perfect.
I think throwing a weapon is an action. And you are
No.
out.
Dropping an item is an action.
Dropping's a free action, but stowing it is an action.
Dropping actually, I don't think is a free action, or at least
What?
I found an action that basically said, and here's the action for when you drop a thing.
I see an action for drop prone.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't see an action on the under the basic actions. Reference.
Release something you're holding without triggering reactions has the
Oh,
little
release
like.
is free action. Here it is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so it is a free action then.
Yep.
Well, that's good. That makes me recall.
Although you can prepare to drop for an action.
So you could prepare and then release it, and you still spend an action on something that doesn't need an action.
Yep.
Rogar, was that your whole turn?
I hunted prey. I shot.
Are you reloading or doing something else?
Just
Then
reload.
I have to reload.
Yeah,
Okay.
just reload. Stay there and shoot them to death.
Yeah,
Perfect.
that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. In return, you are being shot after this skeleton is going to move forward twice. And then for its third action, it's going to shoot you with its short bow. Rogar. Missing you, unfortunately.
Do it.
I love these things so much. Yeah. My
Caleb.
AC is up to 19 now.
Caleth, it is your turn.
All right. Well, the sniping seems to be working reasonably well. I'm going to target this guy.
Okay.
With another. Actually, before I target that guy, let's do recall lore first. What are we seeing most of? Zombies, skeletons?
Mostly skeletons. There originally were 3 zombies, 5 skeletons. You have taken out 1 skeleton, so it is 3 zombies, 4 skeletons now. However, you would notice that the skeleton went down in 1 hit. The zombie has taken 3 and is still up.
Right. Recall lore on the zombies.
Okay, perfect.
Which I guess is blind roll.
Blind roll. So click blind roll, and then zombies and undead specifically like this are going to be a religion check.
Now, do you just get a worse check if you don't use the right thing?
It depends on what skill you want to use. So you'll have to ask me if you want to use a different skill, and then I will say either it's impossible or
think
you
that
like.
Things rising from the dead is very occult. That's
Occultism could be used in this case. Yes, it will be a harder check, but it is possible.
I'm still probably gonna be better at that. Occultism. Oh, right. I have to figure out.
I need
the 50 million pluses my lore now.
Yep, and I'm pulling up the difficulties.
The hell did you take that gives you all this lore knowledge?
A bunch of feats
Both
just
of
now.
my feats were to it. One of them recharge a spell strike, which is not applicable. One of them I get lore even if I fail the check.
Well, we'll get to it if that happens. It's something unusual.
Oh, it's the one where you get a truth and not a truth, isn't it? Yeah. Okay.
And I think that's it. So there we go.
Is there a particular aspect of these zombies you are wanting to know about?
What are they weak to?
Perfect. Okay. Unfortunately, zombies don't seem to be weak to fire. They seem to be, due to how their flesh works, they are weak to, obviously, positive damage, positive energy damage. They're weak to, cleric damage. They're also weak to slashing damage, specifically. So that's one of the reasons why hitting them from afar has been keeping them up. Because there are very few ranged weapons that deal slashing. Yeah, that is what you find out. So I said this to Marissa between sessions, but out of combat, I'm usually going to say a lot. If if we do an out of combat knowledge check, I will often be a lot more generous with information because usually one check will represent minutes of thinking and considering. This is one action. So in combat, you can basically keep doing knowledge checks on the same thing to learn more and more information about this entity.
Well, I'll share the information with the party. Sorry, trying desperately to see what these things are, but this thing's a skeleton?
That's a skeleton.
Mhm.
You can hold Alt and then use your scroll wheel to zoom in and out if you want to.
Yeah, even on full zoom, it's very hard to see those tokens. But yeah, I will Ray of Frost the thing.
This one? Or which one? The zombies?
This one.
Okay, that skeleton.
The people that are close enough that are, close range people can deal with it.
Sounds good. Please roll to Ray of Frost.
20.
A 20 hits. However, the skeleton seems to shrug off your magic, unaffected by the cold.
Lack of appreciation on that. That is the third action of my turn, though.
Okay. Thorvald, what do you do?
The closest two, I will electric arc reflex saves, which I bet aren't great for undead.
The zombie, I'm sure, is great at it. With a, well, I'm not going to tell you.
-4 or something. Did he
Rolls
nat
a
20?
natural 19 and succeeded. So the zombie just does a
Oh my
backflip all of a
God.
sudden, and the skeleton, also succeeded. However, neither were critical successes, so they take half damage still. So please
So
roll.
2 each.
Skeleton
Two
just
each.
kind of trips as it's running forward, and
Perfect.
the zombie,
The skeleton is also unaffected completely, even though it should have taken half damage, it took none. The zombie did take some of the damage. It's starting to smoke. It doesn't smell pleasant at all, but it's still up. You still have one action left?
Shield.
Okay. Do you want to... Actually, yes, shield works fine. I was just checking if you wanted to aid or do anything else. I know shield has used a bunch in the past. Okay. This zombie from all the way back here is going to do its thing, which is to say it's going to move as far as it can, which is there. The skeleton that is here is going to move here and shoot at Hagen once. What's your AC, Hagen?
21.
It misses.
Yeah,
and-
I really hope so.
It barely misses, but it misses.
I understand this is still Pathfinder, but I'm trying real hard with the shield
And
AC here.
Then it turns to Thorvald to attack with its second attack, and despite the penalty, it rolls a natural 20.
Cool.
You raise your shield so you can
You
shield
can
block
still
Yep.
block the damage. Normally, it will be dealing 8 damage to you, so you can reduce that down to 3, I believe.
I believe. Hardness 5.
Yep. Then it'll reduce the damage from the 8 to 3. So that's not so bad. This zombie that is back here is going to continue its jogging routine.
Good.
There we go. The skeleton that was hit with ice and was unaffected is going to raise its bow in return towards Caliph. Then it's going to realize it's too far away and move a bit closer. And then it's going to raise its bow towards Caliph and realize it's still 5 feet too far away. So it's going to shoot at Hagen.
Cool. Amazing.
You go, too far.
And roll a natural one
It's not too
anyways.
Sick.
For its second attack,
It bounces
going
off
to-
one of the arrows in my shield.
also turn towards Thorvald and make a second attack.
Wait, they have 4 actions?
No, it just shot. That was his third action. It was
Instead of
going
moving
to
the
shoot.
second time,
It just
just
moved,
changed.
shot. And then
Oh,
the
okay,
second
got
shot.
it, got it.
So I'm so sorry, Thorvald. It rolled a nat 20 again
Jeez.
for 4 damage only, though. And yeah, you can't reduce it this time because you already used a reaction to reduce it last time.
Mhm.
And then that is its turn. And then this last skeleton. One more back here.
He's so far away. He's just running.
This one double moved, and then Hagen, you're getting shot. It's taking a -2 penalty to shoot you.
Okay.
It hits anyways, barely. It hits equal to your AC. Dealing 6 damage. If you want to reduce that to 1,
It deals 1 damage.
perfect.
Is that taking into account the penalty of the fact that it's shooting through its friend?
It takes into account the penalty that it's shooting at range, but not shooting
Yeah.
through its friend. Is that the same type of penalty? What is the type of penalty?
Life, the universe, and everything. I'll look it up. One moment.
Okay. Let me know if it literally was equal to your AC, Hagen, so you'll gain that 1 health back, basically, if that penalty is, depending on the type of penalty that is. But you can go in the meanwhile.
All right. I only have one thing to do, and it's real risky. So we're just going to do my big spell.
Okay. So, which you're doing your 3-action version of it?
Yeah.
Okay. Just to be clear, these are the only 2 creatures in range for that 3-action version, right?
Also, our badly porcupined wizard.
Yeah, it's also healing,
It's
right?
either healing or damaging. You choose when you cast it.
I think it is both.
Is it both?
You
It is
choose if it's
both.
positive or
Yes,
negative
okay.
energy, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Usually
right.
has
Yeah, we had the
positive
discussion
energy and
before.
it-
I mixed it up. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. This targets all living and undead creatures in the burst.
Yep, you're right.
I rolled
Also,
3.
the friend
It's
being in
real-
the way is lesser cover, so I think that is, the greater cover.
The greater cover, yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah.
So it does hit you. You do keep that 1 damage.
My bear heals 3 too.
Good.
Everyone heals 3 and or takes 3 damage. It's
Okay.
not
Oh.
super great.
I mean, that's still like 12.
Very
Yeah,
appreciated.
that adds up when multiplied.
Yeah,
The skeleton.
I know. I heal as well because I got a
That's
new
true.
feat.
That's excellent. The skeleton fails saving throw, takes the 3 damage, but is still up. The
I heal 1
zombie
hit point.
succeeds the saving throw, so takes 1 damage and is still up.
Oh, Indigo, I think that
You're at 1
means
hit point?
I think that feat means if you're healing 1 person, you also heal yourself a little bit, but because you did the AoE, I think you count as all living and undead creatures in the burst. So I think
That's
you still
like-
get the 3 health anyway.
Either way, you heal.
I think I get 4 actually.
When you cast the heal spell to heal a single creature other than yourself, you regain hit points equal to the spell level. So it's communal healing seems to imply that you have to do your 1 or 2 action version. It doesn't seem to apply
Well,
on your 3 action.
Either
version.
way, it's still a useful feat. I'm not upset
Yeah.
about it.
And I think the 3 action version heals you anyways, because
Yeah,
it's like fireballing centered on yourself. It still hits you.
it's
Okay.
heal ball.
This zombie is still up, and so is going to attempt to strangle you as it raises its arms towards you. It only has 1 leg, which it's been hopping and stumbling towards you, but it has both of its rotting arms.
You gotta love the strangling around the tower shield. I mean, technically it's not
It's
raised.
not
but
raised.
it's a beautiful picture.
But it's still there. It's big.
Yep. Wait, how does that work? Hold on. Oh.
Is it against my athletics?
No, it's going to do a basic action to grab you. It just wasn't on its character sheet because it's a basic action. Grapple. So
Oh, it's like opposed athletics, right?
attempt an athletics check against your fortitude DC. So what is your fortitude save, Hagen?
Bad right now. It's 3 because
So that's
I am
13
out of
then, because
blood.
it's plus 10 is their target number.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I'm still out of blood.
Okay.
Ugh.
They completely failed to grab you, rolling very
Oh,
poorly.
good.
It's the 1 leg. It had them off balance.
It's going to attempt again and roll a natural
Natural
20.
Cool.
So despite it did have a penalty because grapple counts as an attack type action, so it had a -5 penalty to it. On a critical success, your target is restrained until the end of the turn, unless you move or your opponent escapes. So it's just until the end until the end of the zombie's next turn is what it is. So
dear.
But
restrained.
restrained means I'm immobilized and flat-footed.
Flat-footed.
Yep.
I assume that ends if the zombie dies.
Yeah.
And you can
wait,
also
wait.
attempt to escape on your turn, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah,
can.
but I'm at the bottom.
You also can't use any actions with the attack or manipulate traits except to escape or force open your bond. So you can't attack the zombie. You need others to attack the zombie.
Yeah.
And then for its third action, it is going to try and bite you now that you are grabbed by it. It then includes the -10 penalty, and you don't have any shield bonuses. It hits you, dealing 10 damage.
Oh my god.
What?
You've
This
been
is-
bitten by a zombie. I'm afraid you have to die now.
Oh god. Oh, well, my next character's a skeleton, so...
There's just one friendly skeleton in this graveyard.
Yep. And that
This was the reasonable character that I put forward for this game. The backup is the goofy
Yeah.
time bomb.
as you guys are pouring
Like-
over, you just see one skeleton who just didn't bother to get out of their graves. Like, oh, hey everyone.
He's sitting
No,
there like,
there was
well,
nothing.
why even bother?
Yep.
Just sitting
Rogar, your turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna reload because I counted my actions last turn and I couldn't have reloaded at the end of my turn.
Yep.
I'm gonna reload. Action 2 will be shoot the zombie holding our friend.
Okay.
Help a brother out. I natural 1. So
This is like a
Uh,
zombie movie where just like
Oh.
the script has insisted that this person should die, so everyone's suddenly incapable of helping them.
and then I'm gonna reload. That's my turn.
Nice.
Perfect.
That's all I can do.
Seeing that you are flat-footed, this skeleton will rush in with its first action, dropping its bow, drawing its scimitar, and now it's going to try and slice at you with it. I guess does it draw its scimitar? It has a scimitar. It drew its scimitar
Have
from like
to-
its rib cage.
So it'd have to move, draw, so it can only attack once.
Correct.
Excellent.
It hits for 5 slashing damage.
Cool.
How you looking?
Oh, bad.
Bad.
I got 4 hit points.
Caleb, what do you do?
Oh I think it might be time to, join in this for a little bit. I'm going to move up behind the sad little zombie there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to just do a normal strike on it.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Attack roll, and it is flat-footed, but I don't have a special thing for that. Oh, there we go. 19.
Do you care to describe how you kill it?
I think that I just kind of skewer it, and then it's
Okay.
Because it was busy grabbing, and then just kind of flick it to the side there.
Perfect.
It was busy munching on our friend.
Munching.
Yeah,
Yep. Perfect. The zombie falls and is no longer moving. You still have 1 action remaining.
I do. I mean, I'm probably a better meat shield at this point than our friend who needs some heals, but I'd rather our friends come to us. I'm retreating back to where it was.
Perfect.
Cool.
Okay, Thorvald.
Well, I'm just gonna pick up a rock that's fallen off of this well and fire it at that motherfucker next to Hagen for a
All right.
22.
A 22 hits. Roll damage. Perfect. It hits the skeleton, which clatters, so like the bones explode everywhere. And it also stops moving. Those both had 1 hit point when they did those damage.
Oh my god.
So close. I just rolled 1 better on
Yes,
the AoE.
They would both be
of
dead.
that. I would
Ugh.
have so many more hit points.
Yep. I just thought you should know it. 1 HP always matters.
And I will cast shield again because they're still assholes with bows.
That there are. Perfect. Well, after that, this zombie is going to move through its friends and can get right up to exactly where its friend fell, actually,
Cool.
before ending its turn.
Nice. Nice.
The skeleton guard here is going to...
Oh, I'm not restrained anymore.
You're not restrained anymore. That's
No.
correct. Also, this one is
Is he not-
undamaged. You should be warned.
Is the flat-footed still there, or is that gone too?
That's gone. That was part of being restrained, which he no longer is.
Good.
I think the skeleton is going to double move through the trees here. Right towards Thorvald in melee. No, he is not, because he would have had... okay, it's fine. He drops his bow and draws his scimitar, and that's his turn.
Okay.
Um,
So I take it that this is Cliff.
That is the cliff, yes, if you would
So-
like to take advantage of it.
Oh, my.
This zombie is going to keep moving. Oh, actually. Oh, boy. Yeah, it's going to double move. And end its turn right there, Thorvald.
Oh. Oh.
What? Oh dear.
That's its turn. This skeleton is going to shoot a arrow at Rogar
Mhm.
and miss wildly. Then it is going to shoot another arrow at Caliph and miss. Then it is going to move over here. This skeleton is going to double move over here and then shoot at Bean
No, not Bean.
and misses.
Yes. Bean has just been sitting there like
Yeah.
like a dog just like licking his butt. Like he's just been sitting there leg up this
Yep.
whole time.
Rogar, you're getting shot again, but
Yeah.
with its last action with the penalty, and it misses as well. So several arrows fly towards all of you. None of them hit.
All right.
Hagen.
I theoretically have. Well, I'm just gonna slow everything down. I theoretically have one turn left before I'm dead here.
I think you
I'm
do your
looking-
AoE thing again.
I am
That
looking.
would be
Well, that's
real good.
that would be suicidal too, though.
You'd heal yourself a bit.
Oh, I would heal myself 3 hit points.
I can shoot that zombie and maybe do a lot of damage to it. I don't know.
So
Battle
think-
plans, I'm definitely moving into melee at this point.
I'm just looking for input. What do we think the best thing would be?
The
Uh,
AoE damage and the 30 will hit 4 of them.
it'll hit all of that one,
Do we have
and
any
it would
ways to
heal.
back up after you go down?
I think some of us had healing potions, didn't
One
we?
of you has a wand of healing. Hagen, have
It's
you
me.
counted that?
That's me. Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
Right.
Because you have to be trained. You have to be able to cast the heal
Yeah.
spell, and no one else
Oh.
has a tradition that has the heal spell.
Yeah, no one else has divine spellcasting. Does someone
If
have a
if an
potion
elixir of healing, if an elixir of healing does bring you back, I do have one of them.
It does.
So-
Yeah, I've got a 9-year healer potion or whatever they were.
So
Okay.
it's not the worst.
So, do we think I should do the AOE again?
The AoE is the best bang for the buck there. It'll hit most.
Okay, that's what we do.
Okay. Roll a d8.
Boop. Roll 3.
Perfect.
It loves threes.
I'll take
It
it.
really does. So the zombie in front of you, fortitude save, gets a natural 1, which means
ooh, that's
they
a critical
take
fail.
double damage, I believe.
And if they are, what is it? Do they take double on top of the double? Because it's positive energy damage.
Just a
well,
sec,
we don't
just a
technically
sec.
know more, but usually a crit doubles all
Hagen,
of
gain 10 health. That zombie should have died before it bit you. I forgot
Nice.
about the positive energy weakness when you did that AoE last time. Okay, so it critically
through the
fails.
rule book.
It takes double damage. It also takes an extra damage because it's weak to positive energy damage. So it takes 6 damage plus its weak amount.
So normally crits double the total amount of damage
Is
after.
it double?
So if it was
Is
6
it-
before, it would be.
Do crits include double weakness? I thought weakness is applied last.
Two
It
crits.
applies like everything. Unless there's a deadly D8 or something like that.
Yeah,
Weakness is not doubled when calculating critical strikes.
I thought not.
Oh.
You apply it at the end of the bonus calculation.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So it takes a lot of
Remember.
damage. It is still up. It was undamaged before, but it's significantly wounded. Then the second zombie rolls a natural 2, which is just enough to avoid a critical failure. So it's going to take 3 damage plus its weakness amount. The 2 skeletons, because that other one isn't in the way, and they both succeed, so they take 1 damage each. You have significantly wounded both zombies and slightly wounded 2 skeletons. And for the reminder, because of the reminder, the zombie didn't actually bite you. It died as it was biting you before it could break flesh. So it turns out it really was just a flesh wound.
So technically, that was a 13-point heal you did on yourself.
Rogar, what do you do?
Do you need me to kill that zombie in front of you now, or no?
I mean,
He doesn't have a
we
shield
need to kill
raise
the
right
zombies.
now.
I would probably say, because you got 2, you should probably shoot the zombie that's
Blocking
flanking our
Thorvald.
wizard.
I mean, I'm
Hmm.
probably going to flank it as best I can.
Yeah, but okay, well,
I could shoot
flank
the
thing.
skeleton and then redo the. So then, like, you're not flanked anymore.
Yeah, because you have
that's
the
probably the
ability
best shot,
to block
actually.
damage.
Yeah, mine is like bludgeoning or piercing, depending on which one they are less resistant to.
I also have bludgeoning damage because I
So
punched
get the
things.
skeletons with bows that are
Yeah.
sniping.
Okay, I think in that case I will hunt prey that guy for action 1.
Okay.
Action 2 is going to be. Should I try and make sure I hit it, or send the bear to help?
Hmm.
If you send the bear, make sure the bear is in range of zombies, because the bear can do slashing damage, which is
Yes.
the next best
Okay.
zombie damage.
Then I will
Bear,
send.
bear.
I will send the bear. So on bear's turn, he's gonna go there, and we'll have him slash a zombie just to see if that information is true.
That's a good point.
He's gonna
I
attack the
mean, in
zombie?
that case, I only got 1 bit of information instead of 2 bits of information. So
Yeah,
it should have been true.
Oh, right, you don't know what you rolled. Never mind.
Yeah. So yeah, he's just gonna claw the zombie just to. Ooh, a 20?
A 20 hits.
Is it crit?
It does not crit, but
Damn.
the zombie
4 slashing.
takes
damage.
quite a bit of damage, more than 4.
Excellent. And then I'm gonna shoot for my third action that skeleton. Pew pew.
This one,
21. Yeah.
a 21 hits.
Okay. And then
the skeleton
because.
falls.
Oh, okay. I don't even need my precision damage.
The skeleton explodes.
It explodes, and the bones start rolling down the cliff in a like show off of the physics engine of the game.
Yeah, I think Rogar turns back because like these guys are like closer to us than the skeletons are.
Yeah,
I think he's gonna turn back and say, "You guys really need some of these. Like these are really good."
I think you can see like all of them, actually all of the guards that aren't the captain are like just staring at horror at the skeletons and like the gore and exploding bones. But the closest one, who is able to hear you, just like gulps and nods once without losing the like terrified, shocked expression on his face.
I'll hook you guys up. I know a guy.
Perfect.
Oh.
That's your turn.
Yeah.
Caleth.
How hurt is this guy looking?
Very.
Very hurt?
Yes.
Okay.
When the bear
Mhm.
when Bang like slashed at him, it
No one knows
literally
what the
like
bear's name is.
got mauled by a bear and like lost probably two limbs, which of course, Bang spit out because they're rotten, and he knows better than to eat junk food.
He's a baby.
Yeah, you're not supposed to eat that sort of food. Move there and very hurt. It's fine. I can just, normal hit it.
Okay.
And that's what I'm going to do. 14.
You kill
With-
it.
Sweet.
Skewered again.
And then I'll turn to the one in front of me and carried away in unwise decisions. Come on, there's got to be better things to do than hit it again. But hitting it again is fun. No, I'm hitting it again.
Okay. Roll your second attack.
Oh, sorry, that did not go as a second attack.
So it should be a -4 or -5.
5, I think.
Okay.
-5.
Yep, -5.
That
12.
still hits for 5 damage.
Great.
And it's still up, though,
Er,
but it's quite wounded.
6 damage?
Oh, 6 damage. Yeah, my
Unless
mistake.
cold does... Yeah.
No, no, it was the skeleton that was immune to cold. I just keep missing the additional damage field. But you're good.
All right.
It is still up, but very injured. Thorvald, you are no longer flanked by 2 undead.
Thank God. I will look back to the gods and say, "You are useless," and I will throw a flame at the remaining zombie. 20 to hit.
That hits. Perfect.
8 fire
The
damage.
zombie catches a flame and collapses in a quickly burning and terribly smelling pile of rot. There are just the 2
Catching
skeletons
the other
here
zombie
left.
underneath it on fire.
You still have an action remaining, Thorvald.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. So the first skeleton is going to aim and shoot at Caliph
Yeah.
and miss. Then it's going to aim and shoot at Hagen and miss. For its third action, it will drop its shortbow and draw its scimitar. The second skeleton is going to do the same thing, probably. It's in a reverse order. So this time it's aiming at Hagen first with the main attack. It hits for 2 entire damage. And then against Caliph, it misses. Before it also drops its bow and draws its scimitar.
All right. Oh man. How much is my movement again? I think it's just 20.
I think it's 20, yeah.
Your movement's just 20?
The tower shield and armor, I think, are...
Oh.
I have studded leather armor on. It's not like I'm wearing plate mail. But
You move as fast as me.
still 20.
Caliph has fun running laps around you.
Well, I'm a judge. I don't run anywhere.
The law tries to run from you, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just walk calmly. 20. What's this? 1, 2. Here.
Okay.
20.
So.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then sure, I give us. Yeah. I set up a button for it. Where's my button?
Are you doing legal damage?
No. I demoralize a skeleton.
Excellent. Which one?
The closest one.
Okay.
That one.
So, attempt an intimidation check against his will DC. Okay, make an intimidation check. I'll tell you if it succeeds or not. It does not start rattling. It does not seem to start shaking or rattling.
I raise my
unfortunately.
shield.
Okay. Rogar,
Reload, first and foremost.
of course.
This hunt and prey action is really good. I should have been using
Yeah, you
this
should
more
have been
often.
using it the whole time. It's like your main feature.
I'm gonna hunt prey that one and shoot that one.
This one?
Yeah.
'Kay.
Let's see here. So prey is hunted. Pew. 18.
An 18 hits. It takes
And then precision damage.
what would be 1 damage, but it's actually roll a d8. 8
More.
damage.
I think that
8.
counts as. Let me see.
Bludgeoning.
Yeah, precision damage usually counts as the type that the weapon deals normally.
Increasing the damage you already deal using the same type.
Yeah. So that's also
But
piercing
is it
bludgeoning.
effective against creatures that lack vital
So
organs?
monsters will specifically say if they're immune to precision damage.
Like, The reason I didn't use it on the blood thing
Yeah.
was because we learned it's immune to
it is
precision
immune.
damage.
Yeah, it's more like oozes and stuff, but skeletons are not immune to precision damage, and this one dies. Or I guess falls to pieces. It was already dead. That's your turn, I think.
Yes.
Okay,
You
Caliph.
have 1 action left, actually.
I
And
thought you
no,
reloaded.
because
and
I
then hunt
I
prey.
reloaded and then I
Oh,
hunted
hunt prey,
prey and then I
sorry.
shot.
Yep.
And then bang, because he's not given an order, he starts to like Baloo from Jungle Book, just like rubbing his back on the tree that's right there.
Perfect. Caliph.
In character, I'm going to start cleaning my sword on whatever is nearby. Out of character, I'm just readying my turn to attack after this thing has,
After it's gotten
moved.
closer.
Yes.
Okay, so it is. You can only ready
not the
one
ready
action.
action.
Yeah. Oh.
It's not the ready action.
Oh, you're
I'm
delaying.
delaying my turn.
Okay, sounds good. Thorvald.
I will cast Reach. Or cast with Reach and throw another stone at 17 to hit.
And that's including. By reach, do you mean like you?
I have a feature that that gives 30 more feet to my spells. It's an action.
Okay. Roll damage.
8.
8. And then what type of damage is that?
Be bludgeoning.
Yeah, for a rock. Okay, that makes sense. It also collapses. The last skeleton falls.
And
So
I feel
your
no
rail
guilt
gun.
playing my sword.
As the you there's a silence for a bit as the lighthouse continues to shine a baleful light on the graveyard, but no more undead seem to rise, despite this one that is in the image there. One of the guard captain calls out, and says, "Is it done?" He's like still he can see pretty clearly, but he's peering through.
Yeah.
the
No,
barricades.
thanks to you. It's fine. Opens the gate.
We should check. We should check.
Agreed. Check the crypts.
Yeah. I want to go around grave to grave, just kind of like smashing stuff in with my shield.
Yeah.
This is looting. I am looting a graveyard.
Yeah.
Isn't
It's
that
fine.
illegal?
No. Right of salvage. There was a battle that we took place in with no assistance. We have right of salvage over this territory.
They're not going to stop you.
In which
Yeah,
case, let's take all the weapons aside. Let us know what they have, and
Rogar
so
reload.
the weapons here are technically functional, but so rotted they're not going to even sell for anything. Unfortunately, there are still several short bows and arrows and scimitars that the skeletons, in combination, had. But you don't, unless you want to use them, you don't think you'd be able to sell them.
meh.
Anything else cool? Do I roll perception?
I will roll perception.
Okay.
Detect magic.
Perfect. The entire area is bathed in extremely strong necromantic energies, and it continues to be so as the light continues to shine upon it. Let me roll. Hagen, can you click your token and then click blind one roll and then add in your perception, and then I should be able to see what the roll result is without you being able to. Perfect. Okay. Looking around, this place seem like looking through some of the graves. You aren't able to find any coins or any valuables or anything that seems useful among the graves you loot. However, as you are poking around, the lighthouse light itself seems to grow in intensity, growing brighter and brighter over the course of a few seconds. Before there is a flash of light, you all like blink for a second as it briefly grows too bright to see before the lighthouse goes out. And it is not dark, it's daytime, but the light is no longer glowing. However, there's a second, and then one of the guards screams. And as you look up from cleaning your sword, Caliph, there is a new creature that has suddenly appeared before you all. In the middle of you
Awesome.
all is a large, green, chitin-plated insectoid of some kind.
Awesome.
hunt
Makes
which-
total sense. I totally should have seen this coming. The digging through graves will summon the insect lords.
Can each of you, as it appeared directly among you as a group, please roll for initiative?
Oh, we're just fighting it
Oh,
now.
we're fighting. All right,
Yes.
cool. Sick.
All right, good, great. Got a thing going to kill us.
Read it. Apparently, I was too distracted telling the guard captain what they should be doing.
Turn order
Next
should
time.
still be there. Just give it a sec to load up.
Not populated.
Okay.
No.
Nope.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there
There
it
it
is.
goes.
Hey.
Ta-da!
Perfect.
Ooh.
So, good news, Hagen. You, despite not rolling well on perception for the notice things check, you do roll well on perception for the going first check.
Nice.
What do you do?
What is it? Can I know what it is?
Yes.
Please and thank you.
So, this is some kind of insectoid creature. So, do you want to roll nature to recall knowledge?
I would like to
Or-
recall
It doesn't
religion.
look entirely. You may.
Is this God?
Okay, spend an action to see if this is somehow affiliated with religion. Yes. Do blind roll and add your religion.
Here, I'm gonna move Bang back, but I just want everyone to see the token.
Actually, no, I'll be generous. Religion check will not be helpful here.
All right.
I think that as you look at this, you get the feeling that though this creature is technically some kind of animal, it does not look like any animal you have seen or heard of. Nature might work, but I'll check my thing. Occultism might actually be the best thing to try here.
All right. Other hairball idea. I want to give it the stink eye.
You want to intimidate it with
Yes.
the
Hope it's
stink
not
eye?
a stink bug.
Yes.
Okay.
I will be stink eyeing it.
Roll to intimidate.
25.
Ooh, that's a
That's a
crit.
crit.
Yep.
Stink eye achieved.
So basic action, demoralize. Critical success, it becomes frightened 2.
What does that mean?
It's going to take a -2 on basically all offensive actions. It'll go down
And
automatically.
AC.
I don't think it's AC.
No, it's just equal-
Either way.
It's DC, which it means it's offense. If you make a save against it, the save is easier. So it's a different type
Yeah.
of offensive action. But yeah, it'll have a -2 penalty to all offensive actions. It'll decrease automatically by 1 at the end of each of its turns.
I would like to raise my shield all of the way up now.
Perfect. Okay. Well, the creature will seems ready for this, and it is going to spray a gout of toxic oil
Awesome. Why?
in a cone in front of it, hitting the
Nice.
4
all
of you.
Us. Yep, all of us.
Except for
Coward.
Caliph. Not
It's
Caliph.
fine. I'm fine. I don't know what you are all having a problem with.
Can each of you please make a reflex save?
Ah,
So good at those.
Bang, crit.
Bang! Justin. Thorvald, you're good. So, let me put this in chat.
Is oily a
myself.
condition?
Um,
Oily.
There we go. So
Is
I
radioactive a condition?
will mark
No, I mean,
that.
we probably all have cancer from that light going nova
Yes.
on us.
Yeah.
So those of you who Bang is completely unaffected.
Good boy.
Thorvald and just Thorvald actually takes 7 poison damage. Hagen and Rogar take 9 poison damage. And there's more to it that you actually won't. You're covered in this like toxic oil, and that's all I'll say for now.
Do I? I'm
Oh,
thinking-
actually, Hagen, sorry, did you critically fail? You did not critically fail. Because it was
alright.
frightened, you did not critically fail.
Too afraid of me to kill me.
Yep, exactly.
How much poison
Stop
damage again?
making things afraid of you and spraying goo.
9.
Was-
9
okay.
to Rogar, 9 to Hagen, 7 to Thorvald.
And then what condition?
It's not a strict condition. You will find out
Okay.
potentially.
No
Cool.
good.
Cool.
Covered in goo.
Covered in goo is the
Why am
condition
I
right
dripping
now.
with goo?
And then it's going to turn towards Kaleth, who didn't get a chance to get attacked this turn, and that feels like it needs to be remedied. So it's going to just try and
No, it's
bite
fine.
you.
Hey.
Gets a 29, which is a crit. And okay, I'm going to go with the critical damage anyways. It rolled higher regular damage than critical damage, but whatever. Critical damage is what I'll go with. You take 18 damage. And please,
Bye.
All those burst heals. That's the only thing keeping me up.
please make a fortitude save.
Does it not want us to succeed at this mission? Like, it just doesn't want us to win.
Okay.
Hmm.
You are clumsy 1 right now is what you gain.
I think
Okay.
clumsy is bad.
Clumsy is bad.
I assume so. but
All
I
of them are bad. I'm still
Status
out
Yeah,
of
there's
penalty.
not a good
blood.
condition.
Yeah.
I'm
Status
still
penalty
out of
equal
blood.
to condition value to dexterity based checks and DCs, including AC, reflex saves, ranged attack rolls, and skill checks using acrobatics, stealth, and thievery.
But not attacking. Okay. Let's put this thing down.
If you're attacking with Dex, I think it is, right?
Dexterity based checks.
Yeah,
So I
and
think-
Not
attacking is a.
necessarily attack roll.
Attacking in this.
Well, if you use Dex to attack, then yes.
Is it?
Hold
Oh,
on.
dread it.
In 5th edition, checks are separate. I'm checking.
No, it's
if
connected.
Well,
in
actually,
this,
if you let me see, if you just toss clumsy into your
Because it
Yeah,
it'll
a check
auto
is any
calculate.
d20 basically. So yeah, it does include Dex-based attacks.
Oh, come on.
And it specifies ranged attack rolls, so that I guess would
Oh, yeah.
include stabby stabs too.
That's true. That is its turn.
Oh, right. Cool.
So yeah, it just had a heck of a turn. Rogar.
Okay. I assume I said out loud I reloaded once the whole fight ended because we've been like looking around, right? I don't think you
Yeah,
can
yeah,
walk
that's fine.
around
You
with this
had a
unlocked.
couple minutes. It hasn't
Yeah.
even been a full 10 minutes, but it has been like 3 or 4 minutes since the fight ended.
Okay.
before.
Trying to think here. Do I just shoot it like in the face? Like really bad?
Yes.
Oh, and it
Uh,
loses 1 level of its frightened now that it had a turn.
Let me see Hunter's aim. You know what? This might help me crit it possibly. So I'm gonna hunt prey. Action 1.
Good.
Action 2. I'm gonna Hunter's aim and go dodge this.
Does Hunt Prey work against anything, or I don't?
You designate a single creature as your prey.
Yep.
It doesn't matter
You're
what
good.
it is. It's just so I make a ranged weapon strike against my hunted prey. I gain +2 circumstance bonus to the attack roll. So just add 2 to this. I don't
Okay.
know how to do that specifically.
We'll just do it mentally after.
Oh, that's a 28.
28.
A 28. Wow, that hits.
that a-
It does
that
not
a crit?
crit.
Oh no. Oh wait, and then is this immune to precision?
It is not.
Okay. Oopsie. 1d8. So it takes 9 total bludgeoning piercing damage.
Perfect.
And I need to reload.
That is what it does. All right.
I assume if I don't give Bang a command, if something pops up and breathes poison on us, I think he's gonna run. Is that okay if he just runs?
I would say 10 feet. He's not going to run like that as
Yeah.
far as he can, but he's gonna back up behind the rest of you.
Okay, so like that.
Yeah, that's fine. Thorvald.
No, I'm moving out of spray range.
Yeah, the cone was not big. It was only a 15-foot cone, so you are out of spray range now.
All right, and if I do that, then I can't do anything. Hmm. No, screw it. Kill it with fire. 13. I don't like that. I'll spend a hero point because I don't think a 13 is going to hit.
Okay.
Well,
And it's
12
worse.
doesn't
Cool.
hit either. Okay, no, the creature sees the like bolt of fire going towards it, and it ducks out of the way. Doesn't touch it. Caliph.
Weaving
Stab
a
it
little from the
repeatedly.
bite wound. Yeah, I'm going to spell strike this guy.
Okay.
The spell I'm using with it is hydraulic push, which I'll ping if it goes through. It is not flanked, not in anything, so it's a normal strike as such. Okay. 26.
26 definitely hits for 6 piercing damage. That was a regular strike.
That was a spell strike, so it took 2 actions, and it comes with this guy's worth of spells damage.
Hydraulic push. Just the damage?
It comes with the entire spell, yeah.
Okay, so you call
So
forth.
it is pushed back 5 feet.
Okay. So it gets pushed back 5 feet.
And 13 extra damage.
Oh, it depends on. Oh, yeah. Make a ranged attack roll, which in case is it. On regular success, it's knocked back 5 feet. Yeah, and takes a 13 plus the 6 damage.
Yeah.
Okay, it takes 19
And
damage.
for the second action, I am going to recall lore about this thing with occultism to recharge my spell strike.
Okay, sounds good.
Right. Just hidden roll. 1 moment. Roll. Occultism. It. What is my occultism even? Oh, there we go.
And you're doing the blind roll?
Actually, my occultism. What do you mean? A blind roll? Yes,
It's-
I'm doing a blind roll. It's my occultism +1 because I've hit it with a strike this turn.
Oh,
And
cool.
there you go.
Okay, excellent. What do you want to know about this?
It's a tie between what is that goo going to do and what is it weak to. What does the group think?
I'm going to give you both in this case because they're actually the same thing.
Oh.
Cool.
The
Good.
creature is covered in the same oil that it just spit on everyone, and like many oils, it seems to react very poorly to fire. So those
So
who have
Thorvald
been
tried to kill
covered in
me.
those who are covered in oil do not want to get hit by fire. But similarly, the creature is constantly covered in this oil. It emits it over its chitinous plating. So it luckily has yet to be hit by fire, unfortunately, Thorvald. But if it did, it would not like it.
Theoretically, if it was to be hit by fire, and I was, let's say, within 5 feet of it, would
You
I
would
also be on fire?
Not also be on fire, luckily.
Okay. Cool.
I will relay this to the rest of the group while,
Yeah,
trying to
it's a
staunch
literal kill it
fight
with fire
wound.
situation.
Caleb, how many hit points do you have?
3.
Oh
Alright.
no.
You're our last hope, because you're our stabby prince of
I'm the only one
justice.
who produced flame.
You're our stabby prince of justice. That's what we're
Thorvald
doing.
just produced flame a few times. Well, once with a hero and then again with a hero point, but yeah. Okay.
Alright.
That is your turn. Hagen, what do you do?
I will use my last heal on stabbing Prince.
Stabbing me? What?
With healing.
No, you are the stabbing prince, and you are getting healed, so you can
Ah.
stab the bad guy.
I can appreciate that, yes.
So the 2 action variation?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll a d8 and add 8. 16 hit
16
points. Very nice.
Woohoo! Thank you. And I'm feeling much better. You do not
Then
get
I
any
would
nods
like
or
to
thanks from
raise
that
my
person.
shield. Thank you.
Okay. The creature, on its turn, is going to bite at Hagen for its first action. What, your AC is 21 with your shield raised, or is it just
It's
19?
19.
Okay, it crits you.
What?
It rolled a 30.
Oh, this is entirely unfair.
Um,
Wait,
It-
it rolled a 30. Is that before or after it's -1?
that's before, so it rolled a 29, which is still a
So
crit.
it still crit you.
Yeah, it's so great.
Dealing 28 damage.
I'm dead.
No, you're
Ooh.
bleeding out by 1 hit point because you have a total of 29. If you add your current 7 hit points, your max of 22. So you are not instantly killed. You are only bleeding out.
So that's 0 hit points?
You're at 0 hit points, but you weren't instantly
Yeah.
killed.
Wait, did you heal after you healed Caleb?
Oh yeah, that you actually would have healed. It
Yes.
wouldn't have mattered in this case. It
I
still
healed
would
by
have.
1 hit point.
It
yes.
still would have
I went
taken you
from
down.
I was at 7 hit points, so my max is actually 26. But
Oh.
I'm out
because of your
blood.
But
bleed
you're
out thing.
yeah. Wow,
I'm low on
that's
blood
brutal.
still.
Okay. That was its first action. So for its second action, it's going to go.
Light it on
for-
fire. Just
So is Hagen actually down?
Hagen is down.
Mhm.
Actually
yeah,
down.
0
Got it.
It
0
moves
hit points.
up towards Rogar and bites him too. Missing.
Yes.
It loses all of its frightenedness now. And
Okay.
that's it.
Rogar is going to reload. First off, always gotta reload. I will command Bang to come and flank an attack.
'Kay.
Because after reading Animal Companion, for Animal Companions for Rangers, when you hunt prey, your companion gains the action's benefits and your hunter's edge benefit if you have one. So Bang, if
Oh.
he hits,
Also
also
does
gets an
precision
additional.
damage.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So Bang's gonna slice at him. Where's Bang's character sheet? It closed somewhere. It's in the void. He's dead. There it is. Which one does? Oh, and because he's flanking.
Yep. The creature will have. I'll add the. It'll have a -2 to its AC.
Okay, so he's gonna bite it.
That crits.
Oh
For
wait, and
8
then
damage plus
plus the
2d.
D8. I
Well,
think from
roll a
here.
d8 and double it.
Yeah, because
So
so
it's crit.
it's 4.
So
Four.
10
12.
total. Oh yeah, you're right.
Okay.
So 12 total. You're right. 12 damage.
Okay,
So,
and then I'm gonna shoot it in the face.
okay.
Um,
Bang is just the best. As soon as Rogar got hurt, he ran in and just yeah.
you 20?
Thorvald was in danger.
He's been trained as a rescue bear.
Yeah, Thorvald was in danger. He ran in and started taking the zombie apart. 20, unfortunately, misses.
And he's flat-footed,
He's not flat-footed against a range attack. Only melee.
but I'm flanking.
But
Oh, does that?
You can't flank with a.
you can't flank with a
ranged
ranged.
Oh, damn it.
You're getting the benefit of flank from range.
Oh wait. Hunt prey. Oh, if I hunter's aim, then I get the +2. Okay. Yeah. So I set the reload again, and he's gonna go help.
Thorvald.
All right. Fucking.
Oh yes.
There's a crit unproduced flame. 7 fire damage base,
Up to 14,
So-
and then
Oh, and he
plus
takes
6
persistent
weakness.
damage.
and he takes persistent damage.
Persistent damage.
Fire damage too.
Does persistent damage happen at the end of its turn?
Now the target
Yeah.
takes double damage and 1d4 persistent fire damage on.
I think persistent happens on the end of the creature's turn with the persistent damage.
Yep.
Looking into
The
it.
creature
So
is
it's-
on fire and doing very, very, very badly.
So am I.
It has been extremely injured.
Since I have an action left and this thing seems to be melee based, this will probably bite me in the ass later, but whatever. I'm going to recall knowledge, occultism. What the fuck is this thing and where is it from?
Perfect. Okay. Make your blind one roll or macro with occultism. You don't know what the heck this thing is. It seems vaguely familiar. Like if you had time later, you might be able to find out. But in the middle of the thing, you're like, it just looks like a giant plated spider covered in oil.
Hmm.
It's also covered in spines on its joints and end of its limbs, but it hasn't done anything with those. It's just bitten people.
Kill it first. Kill it before we find out.
Kill it before it does that. I don't want its eggs in me, please.
Caleb,
I healed you. Now it's your turn. Stab it.
Yes. Produce flame on the critter.
Bruce Flame or Spell Strike? Regular Produce Flame? Okay.
Regular produce flaming.
14 misses. Oh, please make a fort save. I should have done this on the creature's last turn.
Me?
Yep, because that
Great.
thing that it bit you with is still going on.
17.
Okay. So you are clumsy and slowed one, so you actually are out of actions this turn because of the slowed one.
That would have changed things
That's
a bit. Okay.
Well, I remembered and did it immediately.
All right.
So the poison is getting worse and you are feeling more dizzy. Hagen, please make a flat d20 to see. You weren't wounded at all. You were drained, but that's a separate thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, flat d20, you need an 11 or higher. You are now dying 2, I believe, is what it is. So on its turn, the creature looks at the multiple people who have been shooting flame at it, and hang on a second. Yes. So it can shoot toxic goo again as of this round. I was just double checking my math. So it's going to move here. And then it's going to goo Caliph, Rogar, and Bang.
Not again.
Can each of you make a reflex save, please?
29.
Apparently
10.
the slow and clumsy is not helping.
And Bang got a 17.
Okay.
Do I critically succeed that?
You do not critically succeed it.
Because it's no longer frightened.
Yeah. So, Rogar, you regularly succeed. You take 1 poison damage, and that's it. Caliph, you critically failed, so you take 17 poison damage.
Oh my god.
Bang regularly failed it, so they take 10 poison damage. Bang and Caliph are also both covered in very flammable oil.
I'll do
So
that.
it got all of us now.
Yep.
But I assume it can't shoot fire.
It doesn't. It hasn't at all. That's
It
good.
is on fire.
So that's what those spines are for. It
And
strikes
then
them.
it falls to its death, only having 1 HP and then taking persistent damage.
Oh my god.
Yay.
And then it burns.
That was my kill. I killed it. You saw that.
Rogar's just sitting there with like his
Coming
gun
over
in his
here.
hand and he's dripping because he got hit twice. He's going,
I'm dying. I'm dying.
I'm working on it. I'm fucking working on it. Give me a second. Minor elixir of life. You have 3 hit points. And a bonus to resisting diseases and poisons for the next 10 minutes.
Perfect.
I'm no
oh,
longer
you might
dying.
want to use that on Caliph.
Is
too.
my dying
Um,
condition clear?
I only have 1.
If you got
I
healed
have-
with magic healing, your dying condition cleared. Caliph, we can say you get over the poison because it doesn't actually deal any damage to you. You can eventually, and it only lasts for a max of 6 rounds. After
So right now,
30
I've
seconds,
got
you're fine.
drained, clumsy, and slowed. Which of those goes away when this is done?
Clumsy and slowed goes away. Drained was from
Okay.
the previous fight.
Right. Correct.
And drain goes down 1 every 24 hours.
Yep. It's going to be pretty brutal.
Because you gotta regenerate blood.
But as I said before, when this creature appeared, the lighthouse went dark. And it is as it looks now as it was before. Now is a good time to...
Obviously, that was the source of the power. The danger has passed. Let's go home.
I think Rogar's just rolling in the dirt with Bang at the same time, trying to get this gunk off of him.
I'm muttering the prestidigitation spell for about 10 minutes as I clean the clothing off.
Fair. I think now is a good time to go on break. We'll be back in a few minutes as you guys recover from the horror of the fights that you've been on.
Why did the bug boss teleport in? Who decided? I'm so curious what this dungeon is, and it's gonna kill us real fast. We are not surviving this dungeon.
Listen, I got 100 bullets
so
coming
far.
in like a day. So.
Yeah. Okay. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, thank you. So we are back with part 2, episode 3, Abomination Vaults, Pathfinder 2nd edition. So we fade in on you guys all meeting in there isn't an actual town hall, but there is the mayor's manor, which is, where is it? There's a few.
We're still on the battle map.
I know. There isn't a map for the manor, so I will switch you back to the Otari map. There we go. Menhemes Manor. Last name of Mayor Osif Menhemes lives here with his wife Emnala and their 5 kids and a small army of servants. However, you've been led into the manor, into I think you're all sitting around the dining table there. Some of the servants are serving you sort of not a feast, but a nice meal, while you, the mayor, the town guard, Rin, as well as a few other NPCs are present to discuss the issue at hand. I'm just pulling up the NPCs themselves. Here we go. Vandy Bannerdash, of course, is there. Morblind is someone you haven't met before. He runs a bookstore called Odd Stories that is more Arcana focused, and so they've asked him, in case he might know anything, to add his expertise. They've also asked the druid that Rogar knows, Whirlwind, to come in as well. So sort of the various magical domain, like each person, like one domain, one arcana, one natural, one divine, one arcana, one natural, like magic advisor to come in.
They brought another priest in?
Druid.
Who'd they bring in?
That's the priest they brought in was Vandy Banderdash. She's the lady in charge of the temple that had undead fall in it.
Oh, she's like a knowledge priest or something real lame, right?
Nope, Saren Ray, which is the most lame,
real lame.
Definitely.
Yeah, real lame. Flashlights can do her job. Like, it's fine. We don't need a god for this.
More like Saren Lame.
So yeah, they're all discussing what to do in the dining table. You all have, the guards congratulated you, and the captain thanked you for your service. The mayor was there, like, watching as this happened. I think he was going back to the rest of town as your fight was going on, but your fight finished somewhat quickly, and it's a half-hour walk back into town. Less if he's running, of course, but still, he caught glimpses of what happened and turned around and met you since you went straight in. And you were all brought pretty quickly into his manor alongside the leaders. Once it was confirmed that, like, the undead down at the library were taken care of, Rin and Vandy both quite easily finished off the couple single, like, broken skeletons that were still moving after that. When inspecting the body of the insectoid creature from before, you all were able to, after a bit of time just thinking, identify it as what is called a Scalathrax. It is a creature that is known for dwelling in the Darklands deep below the earth. They are actually, I have a handout of what they look like. You saw the token, but here is the image of what you were
Absolutely
fighting.
horrifying.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's like if
that is
a
correct.
spider and a
Was evil.
mantis had a baby.
It was evil.
That was evil.
Definitively evil.
That's kind of
Larger
a given.
size of this thing. Could we ride it?
No,
Not
we couldn't.
comfortably. No.
Not without vomiting from the evil.
When on the hunt, so you fought this one in melee. It was just teleported into melee with you. But when on the hunt, they often they are able to shoot barbs out of their bodies at range, which is lovely. Or of course, you know about a toxic flammable oil that coats their bodies and that they are able to spray. While it appears like a feral animal, it is more intelligent than it seems, and while you didn't experience it, it is actually capable of speaking in a wet, slithery voice. The records have shown that some people have claimed to hear one speaking occasionally in Undercommon. The vast majority of these creatures are foul-tempered and quick to anger. They are not good creatures. They tend to enjoy killing. It is possible to forge an alliance with one, which is the closest thing to riding one you can get, but it tends to require, according to this one book's accounts you could remember or find, constant bribes of new creatures to kill, or a particularly, and this is the word it says, intimidating personality. The
It
Scalathrax
just made it hungry when I made it afraid of me. That's the reaction it has.
Scalathraxes often respect bullies. It seems that force is the best way to keep them in line, or bribes. You also learn, or knew, that their oil is a valuable alchemical component, but it is difficult to harvest and preserve. If you want to, you can have spent 10 minutes attempting a crafting check to get some oil. If you
Just scoop it in a bucket.
If you succeed at harvesting the oil, it will be worth 20 gold pieces. It can also be used to craft alchemical items that are fire or slippery related, and you'll get a bonus for doing so if you use it. Though
Is
it
it just
can
one person doing the role, or can we all get
You
some
can
scoop?
aid,
you
I
can
think.
aid if you'd like to, so that'll give a +1 bonus. I will check the aid action to see if it has a type of bonus. If it does, it can't stack.
It's probably like a circumstance bonus.
Probably. Yeah, circumstance bonus. So everyone can attempt to aid, and the highest aid check would be the one that, because the different levels of aid check can give different bonuses, because it's a +2 on a critical success or a +1 on a regular success.
Is it just
Okay.
aid with crafting?
Aid with crafting. Aid itself is always just a flat DC of 20, unless it's something particularly hard or particularly easy. It's not hard, I think, to aid with this, so it'll just be a
Not
flat.
a blind roll?
Because you know the DC already, and no, it's not a blind roll, because I'll just tell you.
Who has the highest crafting? I have
Got an-
6.
The person with
I've
the
got
highest
an 8.
crafting should not be the one aiding, obviously. They're the one being
Right.
aided.
Yeah. So I think Thorvald's doing it and we're aiding, because I've got
Okay.
a crafting of 7.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so we're aiding with crafting. I don't help.
I don't either, apparently.
Okay,
And
well,
that's okay. Good luck.
stand back. You are useless.
Perfect. So I think with a critical success, it doesn't technically say what happens, but on a critical success, I think you harvest 2 doses instead of 1. So it is Scalathrax oil. Each dose is 1 bulk worth, so it's not a small amount.
Oof.
1 bulk
Alright,
is 20
Now-
gold pieces, and you literally just double your harvest, basically.
Wait.
Are we putting this on the group list, or is it just going to the person who did it who's going to craft with it?
Well, I'm gonna take one of. I'll decide what happens to it, and we can figure the rest of it out later. One is going to the dwarf beast man,
Yes.
and the other one's getting sold.
Okay, so I gotta add Scalathrax oil.
So we can all take 5 gold if we want to just say that happens.
We can
Are we
hand
just
wave
selling
that.
it?
Just take
You're
5
selling
gold.
1 dose, I think was said, and keeping
Oh.
the other, and
Yeah.
deciding
Yeah.
what to do with it.
This is incredibly off topic, but fighting all this undead made me think I picked cantrips wrong.
I would say hold off for now. I'm not actually sure there'll be that much undead going forward. Is what I don't want to waste your time.
I'm just trying to figure out if I can reselect my list.
You can add more to it and change which ones you know each day.
Is that true for a cleric?
For prepared spellcasters,
Okay.
which the cleric should be.
Yeah,
You can
so
retrain them, can't you?
Mm-hmm.
You don't really need to retrain. You can have, like, if you've got yourself a book, you could have, like, 30 cantrips. It's just a matter of 5 per day, which one.
I think
did you
retraining
take.
is usually used for skills or other class focuses that aren't spells.
so I can just like learn more cantrips.
Mm-hmm.
You still
And I can
only have
prepare
access to X
5.
many per day, but you can.
Yeah, you can
have-
prepare a certain number per day, but you can know more.
Okay, all right,
That's
easy enough.
that's
So
under
if-
learn a spell, right?
Yeah, so easy enough. If I need to diversify cantrips for better combat, we can just like find them.
Hmm.
Cool.
I'm planning on definitely attempting to get more cantrips and whatnot, so we'll figure that out. So we all get 5 GP for shorthand selling that stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Oh, it does cost you to learn spells. You have to spend money.
Yes. So it's not free, but yeah. Okay.
And there's a skill check involved.
Perfect. So I think we open the scene with the guard captain Longsaddle banging his fists on the table, saying like, "I tell you, everyone's saying it. They're saying Belcora is back. The guards can't. The guards themselves think it. Nonsense, I tell you." Warlewid, I think is Warlewin, the druid from a few years ago. She cocks her head. She says, "Rumors spread fast, I see. Everyone's scared. We're scared too," the mayor says. "We don't know exactly what happened, but that lighthouse. We need to make sure it doesn't happen again."
I'd be very glad to blow that place up. If you just give me
Yeah.
enough time, I can make a lot of black powder. We could go in and blow it to hell.
Ha! The Captain Longsaddle says, "I like your style. Let's do that." He looks to the others. And I think it will be Rin says, "Hang on a minute. Before we go blowing things up like so, we might want to make sure that will actually work before we do it, or we might somehow make things worse. I believe you when you say you didn't do anything with the lighthouse, of course, but I worry that future interference may, how to put this? So Rin is not actually in the room. She's leaning in from an outdoor window. She doesn't like indoor places, even a regular dining room. So she's like literally like waist in and like resting her arms crossed against the window frame as she's saying this. But she says, "I think we should be more cautious than that. I agree we should act, but I believe some swamp gases can be rather explosive. Not in a good way. In a unintended consequences way."
Mm.
If we're not going to go ahead with that plan, what other assistance are you willing to offer us? Or compensation?
The guard captain and the mayor share a look that makes it obvious they've talked about another idea before they both look at all of you.
I am not going to like this, am I?
I don't think so.
There's a reward this time. We've managed to scrape together 250 gold pieces to share among the lot of you. Or sorry, no, 200 gold pieces among the lot of you, 50 each. If you go back to that lighthouse and you make sure that whatever caused that eruption doesn't do it again.
200 gold pieces for risking our lives when we would be harmed absolutely nothing from walking out and leaving you behind? I don't know.
I think you're partly lying, but not entirely lying. Do you want to make this time it'll be an open roll, an appropriate social skill check?
I mean, yeah, sure, let's do lying. It's the same as the other role I would have considered either.
Okay. Is it called deception here too?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So I think Rin.
The fact that I want whatever is doing this and
Yeah.
want to know about it is really apparent.
I think Rin is the one who just outright contradicts you and says, "You wouldn't do that to us. I know you, Caliph. You're too interested. Nah." She's just like, "Nah, you care about us too much. Besides, you're probably too interested in whatever's causing that."
Yes, care about you too much.
She just gives you a innocent smile.
All right. 200 seems reasonable for now, but we will need a place to operate in town. We have research to do, places to be. I need to sleep.
Understandable. We'll speak with
I
all
believe-
of the innkeepers and make sure that they know your faces and you can stay there for free.
and then
Basic
half up
food, and
front.
they probably will only agree to basic food and bedding.
At least I want the 100 up front of the 200. I wasted a lot of bullets shooting people that should have been dead.
How about we give it to Rin as escrow?
I don't know what that means.
She keeps it for you. She proves she's the intermediary. She keeps the gold as proof that we have it to give, but you get it when the job is done. That's
Then
all.
I can't
all
spend it
200.
on bullets. Because I don't know if you know, this town doesn't have a bullet maker.
It
So I have
doesn't.
to order bullets.
So in this lore, you've already ordered the bullets, right?
Yeah, I've already ordered them.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. The guard captain brings that up, and he says yeah, I think he says I don't think he says don't do it. I think he just says I already know you ordered some already. You think
I'm
you can
gonna
order
need a lot
100? You think you
more.
can order 100 bullets and the delivery person won't check with me?
No, I know. I already ordered bullets. But if we're going in there, I might need more than 100 bullets.
He looks at the mayor. The mayor shrugs, but he shrugs apologetically. He says, "Unfortunately, our coffers are a bit dry right now with the election coming up. How is salvagers' rights?"
To the
On what?
tower and everything
I-
underneath it.
Yes.
Legal salvagers' rights? I say done and take that off the table immediately.
In all 4 of our names?
That's what they were offering. It is to you as a group, and you can decide what you want between you.
I
Now,
like that
along
deal.
with the salvagers' rights, we would like a workshop to be able to do crafting.
Yeah, that's why I was like, we need resources. We need a place
Yeah.
to stay, a place to do things.
Yeah. So they say yeah, we'll spread your name around town, so people know who you are. We can't make them give you their services for free, but we will ask them to, and they will, if you mention who you are, hopefully they do.
I also have a service animal that they legally cannot deny me entry with.
Oh God, you're one of those.
Bang has a little vest on now.
I think I have a sheet of paper out and I'm drawing up a contract with everything that has been agreed to.
Excellent.
Gonna pass it through our legal lore friend there, just to
Yeah,
officiate.
Hagen. Okay,
Looks legit.
seems completely ironclad.
Nice.
No one's gonna argue when I pull out this piece of paper and say, "See, it says right here you're supposed to give us stuff."
Mhm.
I'll take that free lodging now.
Yeah, speaking of the free lodging, it's nap time.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm very badly wounded.
Perfect. So you're all gonna take a break.
Is
Yep.
it reasonable to assume, instead of doing 50 million medicine checks, that we do enough heal wounds
Yes.
before we go to sleep that we're just fully healed? Because
Yes,
I know
that's what I was gonna
sleeping
say.
does nothing.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
In the interim, I'd like to just pull oh, what is her name? The cleric lady.
Oh, I keep thinking I
Like-
keep mixing her up with the Fisher lady, but that's a different person. I have her here. Vandy Banderdash.
Yeah. I'd like to pull Vandy aside and quietly say, the undead were unnaturally attracted to your library.
Yes.
Is there any particular reason that might be the case?
We have many books, but none that would directly attract something like that I know of.
What about beyond books? Any relics, items of power, something inside your library that might cause this to happen?
Nothing more than scrolls. No, I don't think that they were drawn in that way. I think they were being directed by something external. I think it was less something in the temple and more the temple itself. I think that it may not be Belcora, but there's some credence to someone's behind this, or something.
And of course, I know who Belcora is, but you could always remind me.
Yeah. She says, lots of ghost stories about her, but she was some kind of evil wizard witch lady that lived in the ruins a long time ago. The Rose Guard stopped her. And this you would know because you have Otari lore. You don't even need to roll for this. The Road Guard are the party of adventurers who founded the town.
Mm-hmm.
And so they apparently killed her and stopped her, and then lived here, founded the town, and lived and died here. So no one quite knew what she was up to. There's rumors and family history. I think some kind of grudge, but I don't know the details myself. But she's become kind of a boogeyman. But no, there's been no, well, until this. She's just been a story.
Sounds like we shouldn't bother her.
Sounds like we'll have to bother her if the stories are true.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah. Vandy says, if you need anything, I, of course, am happy to help. I have scrolls. I can't, I can give you a discount on them, but we're already selling them basically at cost.
Any help is appreciated. I will, of course, be making excellent use of your library.
There is another one. She gestures and says, Morblint, can you come over here? I just want to introduce you to. I don't know if you've met before. So Morblint is He has a handout, actually. So he looks like his handout. Just a sec. I thought he had a handout. Oh, he doesn't. Okay. I'm sure I've seen a picture of him. Nonetheless, Morblint is, I believe, a man in his late 20s, early 30s. He's balding, but he still has red sideburns, red hair, red eyebrows, large spectacles. He's a human, and he comes over, and he looks not actively unfriendly, but it might just be how his neutral face is. But he looks kind of like more quizzical than open and friendly. Um, but Vandy says, Morblint, I'd like you to meet Thorvald. Thorvald, this is Morblint. He and his husband, Karl, they manage the Odd Stories bookstore, which focuses more on arcane implements, and also, I believe you part of it's a library too, isn't it? More focused on that. Morblint pushes his glasses up before he says, "Yes, yes, we do." The My husband is the one who mostly focuses on the academic texts. I prefer more books for entertainment rather than academia. So fiction and anthologies, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna take out a little piece of paper and scratch some names on it: Balcora, Grudge, Death, Nimbleoth. Hand it to him and say, "Yeah, if your dear husband could put together any offerings you have that have references, I would appreciate it."
I'll pass it along to him, and end of tomorrow, we should have it ready.
Thank you, my friend. I'm sure we will be seeing a lot of each other soon.
And if the marriage doesn't work, I'm always here for legal divorce proceedings for a small nominal
leaves.
fee.
I thought you were hitting on him.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. I'm very
Soliciting
poor
him for
and
work,
very
not for
wounded.
anything else.
I am simply trying to make a quick buck.
Yeah, no, he leaves. Okay. I think, is there anyone else here you want to talk to, or do you just want to go collapse and let your wounds close?
I need to sleep. I need to sleep and recover blood. And everyone
Okay, let's
keeps
do that.
bothering me with meetings and
Okay.
invitations and
I think-
skeletons and
Yeah.
insects.
Rogar says like hi to Whirlwind, but doesn't like have a conversation with her, or if he does,
Yeah.
it's like not an important one.
Okay, yeah. You can tell, I think as you leave, she mentions, not to you specifically, I think she's chatting with, the guard captain, that she's going to also do some rounds herself to try and calm people down and get their opinion. He tries not to take offense at the idea that people, might not want to open up to his guards and would rather open up to a druid, but he doesn't say anything, but he just has that like, attitude.
Mhm.
But he has no, he doesn't say anything against it, and so they go off to do that. Caliph.
I think with the remaining daylight hours before we're actually, taking that nap, I would like to wander through town, casting detect magic to figure out whose house has the best trinkets.
You want to start robbing someone?
No, I have 0 thievery tools. I will get it somehow legally, but I need to know who has it, so I need to know who I should be working on.
Give me a sec while I look at every single location in the game. And
It doesn't need to be right now. This can be between sessions.
okay, then I will
Yeah,
tell
just
you.
between sessions, put dots on houses.
What else are you guys doing? This actually won't take long for me to do in the background while you recover and rest.
I think we're
Healing
just
wounds.
yes,
eating
recovering and
soup,
resting.
So really
Asking the dwarf to fix my shield.
Oh, yeah, I could do that. I guess again.
Yeah, it keeps getting stabbed.
I know. I just thought I'd do it again.
Uh,
like very like. All right. I'm gonna. He just like takes a hunk of wood from somewhere, and just starts to like patch your shield.
Passing
what
a
is it?
fence, you just break off a piece, nail it
Yeah.
on there. There you go.
I mean, we're in a lumber town. There's got to be some wood around easily enough.
Yeah, by
Mhm.
the way, if there's not some kind of action of like Frogger meets D&D where we're riding down the log flume fighting things, I'm going to be a little upset.
What's it? That's repair, right?
yeah.
Okay, then it says that GM sets the DC, so I'm just gonna roll crafting and see if I fix it. I
To
probably fix
repair
it.
to repair the shield.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's enough.
All right. I restore 5 hit points to the item, which I
Shield's
think is
repaired, and
as
we
much as you
determined
took.
during sleep during our rest period, we are going to have a band-aid party to patch all the bite wounds.
Hmm.
Perfect. Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
I also
Caliph.
figured out that I was wrong entirely, and I can just pick any spell off the cleric list anytime I want. It's resets every day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep,
you
that's
can
how prepared
prepare.
casting works. Yeah.
But unlike a wizard, I just get the whole list.
Yep.
Yes.
Ah,
What was I gonna say? Caliph. Can you please make a stealth check for me, please? It can be open because you'll know the result either way.
sure. 19.
Pretty good.
Okay.
I have a +8.
No one
No thievery, but stealth.
like you're not being trying to be hidden, but no one really notices or
Notices me
realizes that
casing the joint?
you're casing the entire town. No.
Fair enough.
Okay, so I will mark the couple things. I think I'm pretty much done.
It means there's not a lot.
Actually, hold on.
It's knowing who to extort, okay?
Yeah, let me draw in blue. I'll just draw with an X. Okay. Cool. So we have, you see some on this house, on here, here, there's some magic. Obviously in the library.
Is that a baseball diamond?
It looks like one.
Obviously in Rin's place, which is here. And are you also checking places like on the upper areas of the town? I can't hear you
Oh,
at
you're
all.
muted.
Muted.
You're muted.
Marissa, we can't hear you at all. You're muted.
Oops. For simplicity's sake, let's go with yes, because eventually I'm going to do this. It really depends on time right now, but sure, yes.
Okay. And then, where's that last one? I don't see it.
While he's looking for that, do we want to rush right back into the tower or spend a day preparing?
Is there
I
anything
just-
that we know to prepare for, aside from the skeleton and the 2 things that technically we've been told aren't good? We could double check those questions.
That's my question. Like, I don't even know what to prepare for.
Yeah. I mean, if we wait a day, like 100 bullets will come in.
Well, the other question is, so we know the where the stairs down are. We found those. Do we want to clear out the first level, or do we want to keep going down? Because we know that there's, what was it, like an animated suit of armor?
It's like a skeleton man.
Yeah, it was the skeleton, and I'm really curious about that because the fact that it was away from the others makes me wonder: is it different than normal skeletons?
Yeah,
This
we
is
should
the
probably
last one
go.
you found. There's one. This is the last place you saw a magic item over there.
There was also like
Log
another
flume is
building out the
magical.
back.
We should probably just, you're right, clear the first floor and see if we find any clues as to what's down there.
Yeah.
Probably the best course of action.
Okay, so
And there's
based on what
possible-
we've seen, do we want to look for knowledge to give us an upper hand?
I still don't know what to get. We saw stuff that needs to be beaten.
There's also
I
that
mean-
like building behind the whole place that we haven't gone in yet.
This
Or
thing.
rechecking the fortune tellings, because they could have been wrong, and I don't want to not fight the scorpion and then find out that, oh wait, there was this thing there because we didn't check the fortune.
Okay, so you want to try? You want to go back? Yeah, 'cause, yeah. She'll do the fortune every day, I believe. A new fortune for you, or the same one if you ask the same question.
I mean, that was free? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it is free.
Okay. Sweet. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, perfect.
So let's do all the free things and then go.
Yes. Okay. So you visit, go back to Rin's. You're not surprised that you detect magic in here, by the way, because it's filled with various strange phenomena and artifacts and things like that. But yeah, she's
Are
gonna.
any of them surprising, or is it just Hilo? Wow, that says magic shop.
So
There's magic inside. Here's the guard barracks. It has magic inside.
all you know, right? I think all you know is that there is magic inside, and specifically where roughly it's located, right?
Where roughly it's located. I think
And
if
you're
I could
you're
see
not
it, I
going
would be
inside most of these places.
No.
So I think I'll describe them in more specifics to you
If I follow up.
if you follow up. I think the only one that's obvious is the Stone Pond one because that doesn't have an inside. That sorry.
Fair enough.
Yep. So that one has I think there were a few like crates or like boxes and chests on one side, bags. They still have some storage there. Around sort of piled together on one side of the pond, and they unfortunately usually have someone keeping an eye on them. But yeah.
Look, I'm not a thief. I don't know what all you guys are worried about. I'm not going to steal them.
You probably have heard and would think people have mentioned, I think, as you've been all of you have been in town for at least a bit of time. You can purchase some spell casting scrolls or implements from the druids here. That's probably what it's related to. Rin, in general, her magic items include non-ammo consumables, held items, staves, wands, or worn items. So she can have quite a few different things that for sale, up to 4th level. But first, of course, she will tell your fortunes. Who wants to go first, and what do you ask?
I've got a question. Is there any benefit to confronting the skeleton we saw? Describes the skeleton. Actually, yeah. Is there any benefit to confronting the skeleton we saw, with benefit also including knowledge as opposed to just stuff?
Okay. A resounding yes in terms of benefit.
I was gonna ask, is there any benefit similar to that benefit described before of going into that back area, that back building that we haven't been in yet?
Okay. Let me check how this works again. Okay. So, Caliph, her reading on yours was so successful that you have a +1 bonus, circumstance bonus, to say all saves for 24 hours. The stars have blessed you. Here we go. Oh, it's right. It's augury. Critical successes read omens, which is more specific. Okay. You will find treasure if you confront that entity, it says.
Ooh.
That's Kalis.
Yeah.
Because her ability to read the stars counts as one spell on a critical success, and then another spell counts as another read fortune spell that's more vague on all other ones.
Got it.
That's why it's taking me a sec. Here we
Sweet
go.
money and stuff. I say let's kill it.
You get the result of your level 2. Her difficulty is actually based on your level. The higher you level up, the harder it'll be for her to tell. Okay, she can't tell. Anyone else?
Yeah. Is there any connection from the people in town to this lighthouse?
That's
Is it worth investigating?
okay. Should you look into the connection? Okay, she will read the stars on that. When she looks into it, for a second, so the way it usually works before is this is probably happening before the sun has risen. She can only use it at night, and not when it's an overcast night. She is studying the stars itself. When you ask her this, as before, she has looked up into the stars and studied them quietly for a few. Oh, I need to remember that. Okay. It's an hour per time she does it. Okay, cool. So this is happening all night. So she spends the time for an hour.
We hand her our questions before we go to bed, and we get the answer in the morning.
Yes. When you come back in the morning, she gives you Calith and Rogar their answers, and then she says that she has terrible news for Thorvald, which is that when she tried to read your question into the stars, they didn't react well to it. And critical fail. She has been not blinded, but the stars have hidden themselves from her, and she specifically will not be able to see them for a week. They will appear as if they are invisible to her eyes. Furthermore, this is more of a retcon on my end because I made a mistake. From now on, she will only be able to read the stars in general once per day, but she can for the whole group because that is how it's supposed to work the whole time. But in this case, the stars have just withdrawn from her.
They're like, we've given you too much information.
Yeah. Let's establish some boundaries here.
It's not you, it's me.
Yep.
Always with the asking.
Nobody asked how the stars are doing.
She won't be able to read the stars for a week.
Time to spend a week in a dungeon.
Yep. Let's
did my bullets come in
how we
today?
fixed her rations and such,
I
folks.
would like my complimentary snack pack on our way back.
You are given meals that will keep you alive that negate the need to eat, but you are not given extra meals right now.
I have 2 weeks of rations in my pack.
I also have 2 weeks of rations.
Okay.
But did my 100 bullets come in?
Yes, the next morning when you check. I think it doesn't come in first thing in the morning, but by 11 or 12, by noon, they're all
you run down to check
the boat when it comes in, and then they're still unloading the boat, and then eventually they process and get your package ready for you.
Cool. Who would like to hold some stuff for me?
Nope.
Well,
I do have one bulk. What is it that needs holding?
He wants you to hold his
'cause-
bullets.
No,
'cause he
not
has
my
some
bullets.
weird exploding weapon.
Either my alchemist tools or
Which is 2.
Yeah, that's 2. Yeah, if you could just hold those for me. Oh no, wait, you have
I
one.
have one
Shit.
book, so
Can I leave tools with our friends because I'm probably not going to be crafting stuff
Yes, you well,
in.
you have been given like the 4 of you have been and Bang have been given 1 free room in one of the inns of your choice, and it depending on how open or begrudgingly it is depends on the inn of your choice. But there is the one with the Tengu as the innkeeper if you care to talk to them.
What?
Uh,
Tengu.
bird person.
Bird
Oh.
human hands
This is the
and not wing arms.
This is the Crow's Cask, is the name of this.
Oh, it's like
no, that's a different thing. Crow's Casks. Yeah, there we go. Magaloy is their name. They are a Tengu alchemist.
Let's hang out
okay.
there. I want the weird inn.
Yeah. I just ask, can I like use one of your rooms?
They also sell potions and oils and divine scrolls because they're alchemist, and the Crow's Cask is both an inn and a shrine to Caden Kalian.
Gotta look
Nice.
that guy up.
He's the party god.
Party
Caden
god.
Kalian's the party god. He's great.
Nice.
Everyone loves Caden Kalian. He's like just didn't stop adventuring, and then he got god.
Yeah,
It was
He
great.
became a god because he just couldn't stop.
yeah.
Yeah,
No
he
one
just
actually.
did adventures.
Yeah.
And he became a god.
Yep.
Because you can become a god in Pathfinder.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
There is an in-universe method to go from character to god, and Caden Kalian is your godly example that tells you there is a path from adventurer straight to god.
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, I asked the bird person if I can
Magaloy.
have a room.
To yourself. You have a shared room between the 4 of you. Is what
Oh,
she gives you, Magaloy.
yeah. Does
Yeah,
that come with like a lock chest or something?
Comes with a door.
The door is locked.
Just hide it in your pillow.
I will do that, and I'll use a spike snake.
Listen,
at
no
the
one
door.
here has a gun, so no one's gonna steal your bullets. It's fine, is what they say.
No, I'm not. I need my bullets. I'm leaving other stuff to take more
okay,
bullets.
yeah, that's fair. I mean, I can keep it behind the counter if you want.
Can you just hold on to my tools?
Sure. Is it alchemist tools you're giving her?
Yeah.
Oh, as a fellow alchemist, these are some decent stuff. If you want to talk shop later, let me know. Should probably go, save the town, I guess.
Yeah. If you find stuff to make, as I look at my notes, Bane ammunition for aberrations or beasts, cheetah elixir, or the elixir of life, let me know, because I know how to make those.
I'll keep an ear on the ground for it. But I've been using most of my time inventing new drinks. It's great. Let me know if you want to try any. Let's see what they've got.
This is a great innkeeper.
Spiced pumpkin rum or sour blackberry ale.
I would love some spiced pumpkin rum.
Perfect. First one, only the first one, is on the house for you. It's a fellow alchemist.
This is great. I love this brewer alchemist. It's a good, and she worships Caden Kalian, so she's just making it's a party. This is a great spot.
This is the best place in town. I told you.
Yep.
And then
if you want to be a taste tester, let me know. I got some stuff working on. I got like half a dozen.
Mini game?
Yeah, I will sit down and have a excuse upon a flight.
Give us 3 flights, please.
Yeah, can I actually leave my? I don't, because you have the repair thing, right, Indigo, or do
you have the repair kit?
It's not in my gear list.
Did someone lose the repair kit?
It's on the group loot list, but I don't think it's in any.
All right,
Rogar has repair kit. It's on the group loot list.
I don't think Rogar can carry the repair kit. He just gave up his alchemist tools, so I don't know if he has the carry space.
How much is
so the repair kit should be 1.
carrying the healer's kit.
Repair kit. Let me see. How much is that? Oh no, repair kit's only one. So I give my new crow friend my woodworker tools, the alchemist tools, and then I think we should probably carry the Scalathrax soil. But yeah, then I have the repair kit,
Okay. Cool.
and then I'm good.
Yeah, okay.
I can carry
She's
one more bulk
also-
with her stuff.
She's also probably the person we sold the scallop oil to.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect.
We found the best character in town. Everyone else seems real lame compared to this cool Tengu innkeeper.
Yep.
To be clear, I will definitely still have my own room somewhere, and I'm willing to pay for it. But yay, we have a meeting place.
Yeah,
Yep.
I will let you pay for that if you do. You want the rates, or does it?
I'll figure it out later. I
Okay.
do not think it matters.
Okay.
I do want to try the pumpkin spice drink on our way to the tower.
Sure. Yeah. As I said, as a fellow alchemist and person who saved the city, it's free for you. The first one.
Yes.
Well, now you have one.
Oh, sweet. Thanks.
Okay. So when you guys get back to the Gauntlight Keep, if that is where you're going immediately, the first thing you notice is that many of the bodies have been moved.
Oh, I don't think they got moved. I think they moved themselves.
Can
They are
I
no longer where
religion?
you left them.
I would like to make a religion check.
There are no bodies to religion right now.
Hmm.
If you'd like to,
On
you
the
can
concept
make a.
of them moving.
So they are gone?
I think the concept of them moving is definitely. I'm so. My question to you is, where are you going to? Because that depends on what you see. I was just going to skip forward to that, but I'm just saying, even at the front door, you see that the bodies that you killed are no longer there. If you'd like to, you can make a perception check to investigate any tracks they might have left. If they got up and walked somewhere where it might have been.
I mean, detect magic, but that's probably...
If you detect
I can
magic,
seek to look for
you
traps
do not detect
or
any
look for
magic.
tracks.
Do you want to do that then?
Yes, I would like to seek, which is perception. Scan area for signs of creatures or objects.
Yep. Make a secret perception check.
Can I help
Yeah.
with perception?
You can aid, yes. So there'll
Yeah.
always be a flat DC of 20, and that'll be an open perception check.
Okay. Yeah, so you do. My perception is +8.
You help, so that you get a plus. You add a +1, so Jordan is now rolling with +9.
Got it. So I gotta click my token. Blind one roll. Where's that? Oh, say seek.
Can we switch over to that map, possibly?
Yes, right now I just have you in front of the building, which I should open the door. There we go.
Fair enough.
You can't tell. There's too much muck and still dried gore around to tell exactly what might have happened around here, but just that the bodies are gone. Almost all the bodies are gone. The frog body that was under the river is still not quite floating there now. It's a swamp, so it's kind of washed up on the shore there and is very extra smelly. Flies and stuff are gathering.
So no tracks at all that I
Where's
can
the
tell.
money?
No.
Where's the money room?
Money room.
The
Yeah.
skeleton we
So the
saw
skeleton
outside.
was here.
Yeah, it was
Yes.
over
Okay.
here.
Yes, it was.
I mean, we could if we move to like peek around this corner, can we like see if he's still there?
I mean, that's where we saw him from before, was down there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes, the skeleton is still there.
I could. Does he have a token?
No. You cannot easily hit it. You can barely see it. Like if you hit it, it would be like +5, or it would be the highest possible cover.
Can
Can
I
we
this,
recall
this,
knowledge?
this is higher. Recall knowledge about what?
Like,
About the skeleton.
Sure. Kalith, what are you doing?
I was wondering if we could go in and carefully listen at the door of the fly and the scorpion to see if we can hear them moving around in there.
Sure. So I will then need Kalith to make a secret perception check. And I would need Hagen to make a religion secret check.
Okay, I really like that macro. Whatever it is you guys did is great. Thank you.
Okay. Hagen, you what do you want to know about skeletons?
Is this giant skeleton, gonna kill us? What is it?
It hasn't moved an inch, which doesn't say anything at all about what it might do once it does move. That's the thing with undead, skeletons specifically, is they can just stay still for sometimes centuries, while animated. It you don't from the glimpses of it you can see, you don't see that it seems to be marked with any it doesn't seem to have any obvious special powers. Doesn't have runes or power carved on it or any unusual extra limbs or anything like that. It seems like an ordinary armored skeleton. Caliph, listening at the door, you do hear the fly and scorpion both, where you, in the rooms, they are active and moving. Both of them.
Okay, well, at least that means that something is what we would expect.
Since you are all further in the well, actually, since Caliph specifically is further in the place listening at the door by the scorpion,
Shall I move myself?
I have moved you. You know that the doors have been closed again, deeper into that direction where the skeleton is.
Sure, I can't move myself.
You can't move yourself?
I can't move myself through walls.
That's correct.
Great.
Yeah.
You have to actually go through the hallway.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't quite think through that, but yes, here I am, separated from everybody else. Glad to know all the doors have been reset.
The bodies are gone here too.
If we gather back together with the party, I would really be interested in checking in on the blood, because that was the creepiest thing by far, but I'm not doing that alone.
So this door to the south here is closed.
Correct.
Right. Caliph, could you use your lithe elven form to climb up the dirt wall here and just peek in that room?
Make a stealth check with Okay. Please.
Okay. Stealth check is achieved. Open or secret?
Open.
Great.
Okay, perfect. You are silent as the night. You can see as you peer in that all of the bodies of the creatures that you killed, the humanoid ones, the gremlin-like creatures, have been piled together and very haphazardly buried in the rubble that it was already here. And by haphazardly, I mean it looks like they were actually put into a pile together, and there's the occasional blue limb sticking out somewhere from the dirt pile. It's almost comedic from how bad it is.
It's someone trying to do a grave. I relay the information quietly back to the others while checking to see if I can see anything else.
You don't see anyone in the room.
Do we want to unbury the grave to stop? Do we want to disrespect whoever did this, or just be
Guess we
aware
should
of
just
it?
open the door.
I think we try and, because we know Skeleton Man is right around there. If we come at him from this backside, we got all this difficult terrain he's got to deal with.
Yeah, let's just open the door.
You can click the door, I think, to open it yourselves, if I'm not mistaken.
Beep boop.
Yep.
Jesus! It just opens and they're all there.
They're all there.
Oh,
All
dear.
the bodies are still there. Yep.
Oh.
Nice. All right.
I'm not thrilled with dead bodies that can rise through the dirt and kill us from our backside.
We just had an experience of rising undead.
Yeah.
Let's burn the bodies. I have torches.
Okay, so you're gonna spend probably like half an hour, 45 minutes. Like it's not. You don't really have to dig them out. You just pull them out. Like it's sandcastle
gonna-
level of burying.
Yeah, we're gonna be
Continually
disposing of these
cast produce
bodies.
flame.
All right. Well, eventually, after
I'm in the corner.
less time than you would think, there is nothing left of the bodies except the smell.
Cool.
That will never come out of the robes.
Nope.
That's
All
why I
right,
stood
next
back here.
door.
I'm readying my gun,
Hang on,
and
hang
I'm
on,
readying hunt prey as an action, so I don't have to
It's
do
probably
it.
there.
Can
Ugh.
you ready before we're in the combat like that?
Oh, I think so.
Is this pile of stuff, is that high enough up that I'm not covered
Yeah.
by the ledge?
The pile of stuff there is actually lower than anything else. It's a pit down.
Damn it.
So
I
right
was
now,
hoping
go
that
ahead and
the
keep it
rubble in the middle was tall enough, but okay.
No, that's even lower. I think is how it's supposed to be. It's yeah.
Okay.
So basically, we're not going to be able to see or have an angle on this at all.
Not
So
unless you're
it's-
like squeezing out at the front. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going
No.
around a different way. This is not.
Well, the door should be like this, right? I got a
opening
good
that
line of sight
door.
right here.
All right, let's.
Why not?
Um,
Is this a wall here, or can we just?
No,
kinda-
it's. I think it's like high up though. I think it's like 5 to 10 feet up. So you
Yeah.
don't want to be climbing
It
with a
is.
giant skeleton man.
I mean, is the skeleton on the bridge?
Mm-hmm.
It
No,
is.
we couldn't see him. Oh, he is.
It is on the bridge in front of the next door. Like it's acting like a guard.
Is there a way into the building on the right? Other
No.
than
We
that
didn't
door?
go around the
This
side.
This is the only way in that you could find.
Yeah, okay.
all
Oh
right.
wait, is he standing guard facing this way
Yes.
or this way?
Probably.
Oh, he's
The-
facing this way. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we could go around the building and see if there's another way in.
That doesn't
I
look
mean,
like
the rest of
there
those
is.
places decrepit and a mess. And this way is good funneling for our shield, but really awful line of sight and ability to fight in melee for the rest of us.
Yeah.
I'm good. I
Yeah.
could cast reach.
Yeah, we could just
Pop the door open.
if he runs at us, we retreat through
Yeah.
difficult terrain.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Get his ass.
Boop.
Oh
Oh
my
god.
I was gonna say
Uh,
before we do that, do we want to ready actions and then lob them off as the door opens?
I was readying hunt
You are.
prey,
Yeah, you ready to hunt prey. With the
so I
rest
don't
of you.
just have to do it.
If we had the discussion to do that, I would
I'm fine with that.
probably do. Oof. Produce flame if I'm close enough? I don't think I am.
Raise shield.
That's a good one.
Okay.
Rock through the door. Telekinetic projectile.
Perfect.
Some sort of spell, which I will let you know in a moment.
Well, we'll start with the telekinetic projectile then. As the rock flies towards the skeleton, it hits the skeleton dead on, which then clatters to the ground.
Oh,
I killed it. I am the man. I'm wonderful. Go loot the body.
I would like to-
As it falls to the ground, you it looks like there are wooden struts and crude lashings that were keeping it upright. It is wearing armor. It's actually
Fucking
it's
pixies.
7 feet tall, so it's between medium and large, but it is adaptable armor. It's wearing crude rusted armor, and a surprisingly decent looking morning star is in his hand.
So it gets hit by like way too many spells all at once.
Yep.
No good reason.
Yep.
We did it.
We did it. I don't want any of this stuff. You want this stuff?
does the morning star look rusted or is it?
Morning star is not rusted at all. It's
Oh,
regular
that's
armor.
magical.
I'm gonna grab the morning star. I'm gonna
I'll
hold it in my
add it to the
hands,
list. Oh, sorry.
and I'm gonna try to get an impression off of it using my feet.
Okay. I
What
thought
are
you
you
were
holding
holding
in
it
your
in your
hands, then?
hands.
Ha!
Yes.
Thank you. All right, no, I'm reading the psychometric resonance of the Morning Star. If there is, basically, if there's a strong emotion coming off of anything around me, I
Yeah.
pick it up.
You get the impression of the previous owner of this Morning Star was,
It's just the emotion, and there I
yeah.
can go further in if I.
Okay. The emotion would be desperation, actually.
Mm,
Detect magic?
It is magical.
Identify magic?
Roll to identify. Let's say Arcana.
Oh, that should have been a secret roll, shouldn't it?
Uh,
Either way, I
correct.
think I
You
get
do
that
not know
roll.
what it is.
all right. Well, while everyone else looks around, I will spend a minute. So concentrating on the object to get a vision of the face of the person who imbued the item with such emotion in the first place.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. I like that there's a scroll thing within the template.
That is
That's
nice.
great.
Yeah,
That's
you
an
know how to
option.
do that?
It's an
Yeah,
option
it's an option in your character sheet.
Okay.
It's called. Let me find it. Limit height of notes and description in roll template.
Okay.
You. Thanks.
Yeah, the face of the person, it seems to be a man, who looks, um, very scarred. He has matted dark hair, several battle scars. Um, you get the impression of the emotion. You get a more complex reading of the emotion. It's desperation, um, towards, uh, vengeance, and more specifically, um, panic at the feeling of losing that opportunity towards vengeance. You do take 1d6 psychic damage from this person's psyche.
Yay.
It is not pleasant. It is filled with like fear and rage and, um, very
Of course it
hostile
is.
emotions.
Hooray.
Ow. Here, you can have this. Don't do what the last guy did. And I'll just hand it to Caleb.
Sure, I'll tote it around because it seems magical and that is useful, and I have the space before we add it to the loot list.
Okay,
Beautiful.
perfect. So you guys are in front of another door.
I ready hunt prey as I hold my gun.
Open it with my raised shield.
Same thing, ready, the frost spell.
Are you going in guns blazing immediately?
And we don't
If
even know
we
what's in
see
there. We're gonna
anything,
open it and kill an old man.
Hello,
Shield
thank
is-
you for saving me. Yeah.
I've been here for 70
but yes. If
That's
I
why I'm
see
preparing
anything
hunt prey.
that looks humanoid, like a monster, anything is getting shot.
If you saw me through that door, would you shoot me? I look like a
Yes.
monster.
Yes, I would be shooting any of you if I saw
Perfect.
you through that door.
So as you open the door,
Conveniently, I see nothing.
so open the door. I will switch things, and then I will describe to you what you see, and we'll see how things go. So give me a sec. There's not actually nothing. Splintered framing in the ceiling and floor hint that wooden walls once divided this stone building's interior. With those wooden walls demolished, only a single large chamber remains. Rubble, swamp vegetation, and mud piles in heaps like foul nests, while a larger stack of rubble, sticks, and bones look almost, but not quite, like a throne. A flattened mound of sand with a few dozen bits of wood and stone stuck into it covers the floor before the throne. You see one pixie on either side of the door, one on the center, in front of the throne, so to speak, and next to them is a large spider, which is not humanoid, so is not qualified. I think that based on your angle, yeah, I think this is the pixie you would prepare an action against. They are the closest, and they are the first you would have seen as the door slowly opened. Make an attack roll with your spell.
Sounds good.
And then we'll figure out what happens because, okay, yeah, it misses.
Yeah.
So as the ray of frost goes flying, I think what we see is you hear a voice that says, "I've been waiting for." Wait, what? No. Oh, I missed.
I'm
Okay.
hunting prey that one.
I've been waiting for you, heroes. And you see that
Oh my god.
in the center, standing above the throne, is this specific pixie that says, and he starts monologuing immediately. I knew it was only a matter of time.
I would like to intimidate and glare him.
I was gonna shoot him.
Nothing with that voice. Do we just open initiative?
Do you want me to switch voices, or do you want to just kill it?
Oh, I was gonna hunter's aim it.
I only got a 6.
I don't want to deal with the King of the Pixies. Yeah. Hang on. Spells.
Oh wait, can
Are we
can I
rolling
shoot?
initiative then? If you were shooting it, we're
Yeah, I
rolling
think so.
initiative. Okay. Who's gonna monologue?
See, I would have taken it much easier if I had rolled better than a 1.
Fair.
I think you are trembling before me.
Now, here's my question. Arcane Cascade can go into spell that if the last thing I did was cast a spell. Does this count?
I'd say yes.
That's considered a check, right?
Of course.
Yes.
Yes.
Good. I'm re-rolling it. In Christ, these hero points are useless.
Oh boy, they have good initiative.
Maybe I
these
should
ones don't.
push in front of our shields that much.
All right. I think we all rolled. So, firstly, bite the spider.
Bite.
Yep. Is how far away is he from you guys? Perfect. Kaleth, you struck first, so you are getting struck first.
Yeah.
It is going to use a special pounce action, which allows it to move and strike in the same turn. Yeah, it's gonna bite you. That's its name, but it misses. Then for its second action, it's going to bite you again. And it hits for 6 piercing damage.
Does it actually? Does the blessing counteract that at all?
No, saves are not AC. If you have to, if you have to roll a save, you'll get a +1 bonus.
Fair enough. Also, I like the idea that, the Ray of Frost went off and it started to try and monologue, but everyone else was already in attack mode and missed.
Yep.
You're the only one that's attacked. Oh, we started this because the
Everybody
Rangers
else was
fired
in
a
attack
gun.
mode, as in.
Well,
Yeah.
I didn't shoot yet.
Rogar said, "Can I shoot him?" And I was like, "Okay, let's roll initiative." So, yes. And then it's going to turn towards Hagen for its third and hit again.
Wow.
Missing.
And for 19?
Wait. Missing. Boss Scrong, the speaking kobold, is going to raise. So, oh, actually, let me double check. Here we go. He orders his minions to attack. He takes cover behind his throne for his first action, and he is going to take out a blowgun. And unfortunately, Caliph, you are the only one who's proven yourself to have. Actually, no. He probably sees Rogar's about to shoot him. So
Yeah, I'm aiming at him.
Rogar, he's gonna try and shoot you with his blowgun. Unfortunately, the range increment of his blowgun is 20 feet. You are 40 feet away, so he takes a -2 to his attack.
The turn order disappeared.
Oh, oops, that was my bad. There we go. He gets a natural 20 to hit you.
What?
You take 2 piercing damage, and please make a fortitude save.
Fortitude save. 14. I have a 7 to that. So
You take 3 poison damage.
Versus blow darts with pixie dung.
Blow
Yep.
darts with poison on them. It's fine. And I will check how poison. I was trying to find the poison rules.
it might just be poison damage. It could not not be like a poison.
So specifically, I'm trying to find the poison rules for when in a round a poison fort save is made a second time. That's not it. I'm not sure.
You just say the end of my turn?
I think that makes the most sense for now. I will look it up in the meanwhile. So that's its turn. And then this pixie more specifically, is going to follow its orders, charge forward up to here, and then that's 2 actions. It's not going to do that. Cool. It's going to charge forward again, right into the middle of the melee. And it's going to stab. 1 for Thorvald. It's just going to be a D4, actually.
Thank you, Pixie. That makes my life so much nicer.
Caliph, unfortunately, you're the 4.
Whatever.
That makes my life so much better. You're the 4.
But it misses you. And that was its 3 actions. Rogar, what do you do?
Look, it put itself into a flame.
So am I like? Do I have a condition?
You do not have a condition. No, poisoned is, I think, a specific different thing.
Okay.
Is there an aid action that can get rid of poison? I'll look.
There is a treat poison action. Yes.
But it's a medicine check. Not a combat.
Poison follows rules for afflictions. That's what they're called.
Yeah, I'm gonna hunter's aim.
You already did that. I'm not aim. Sorry.
No, I hunted prey. So hunter's aiming is just it's 2 actions. I shoot with the +2 bonus to hit.
Yeah, make a ranged weapon strike with the +2 bonus.
Yeah. So I'm attacking that guy.
Okay, cool. So he is taking cover behind his throne, which is larger than he is, of course. Which means I think this is gonna be greater cover. I'm double checking, but I think it will be.
Oh yeah, he took.
Cover is normally just 2, even if you're actively taking it. What does make greater cover?
I have it here. Oh, I don't have it here. There's several different things for it. For now, I'll just say it's a +2.
Okay, so it's just negated by my aim.
Yep.
So I'll just do a standard roll. 23.
That definitely hits.
Does it crit?
No. So he takes.
Okay, so then also precision because he's my hunted
you,
prey.
You hunted prey.
He takes 5 total damage.
Okay, he takes the 5 damage.
And then I reload for my third action.
Yep. Oh right, greater cover. Yeah, this is not greater cover. Greater cover is like arrow slits. This is high. So he just has the +2.
I figured out the poison thing. It really just depends on the poison. If it has an onset time, then after that period, you make another check.
Yeah, every time it advances a stage, basically.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But if it has no onset and is just one fail deal poison damage, then it's over.
This does have that onset.
Yeah, so after that time, Rogar will make check 2 to see if it
or it
Gets
should-
worse.
Sorry, it doesn't have an onset. It has 2 stages. Okay, so no, in that case, the stage 2 only happens when there's a critical failure on the initial save. That's what it is. So there's no. It's just a one-time thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's been 24 hours for our drained, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
We got it in the morning.
You're right.
Yeah, makes sense.
And
Okay.
now it drained 3.
Ooh.
Take forever.
That's your turn, Rogar?
Yeah.
Okay. Hagen.
I want to punch the spider.
Okay. Oh, did I? Oh, our cameras are blocked. Hold on, that's just me. Because I accidentally did a full screen window, which I'm not supposed to do, or it messes up our cameras. And there we're good now. That
And you
crits for
crit
12
the
damage.
spider.
You punch the spider.
I have the shove critical feat. Can I shove it into the river?
You can only shove it 5 feet,
You have-
right?
Oh.
It would need to be shoved 10 feet. If so, then yes. But I
Oh, then-
think that it's only 5 feet.
Do you have the shove thing to shove it backwards?
Critical on a weapon. It's for the staff. It's 10 feet, so you might have it.
I just replaced the
Because this is your
What is it?
specific Fist of Justice gets the
it's my
shove trait.
yeah. My orc fists are lethal and can shove.
Yep. Here we go. Shove as a trait. So you can use this weapon to shove with athletic skill even if you don't have a free hand. This uses the weapon's reach if taken from your own and adds the weapon's item bonus to attack rolls as a bonus to athletics check to shove. That's what the shove trait by itself does, the regular shove trait.
It's not a critical.
We can talk about the
special?
weapon specialization.
Yeah,
right?
it's a critical weapon specialization for fist, I think,
Okay,
or unarmed.
There's 5 different things that mention that are called shove in this that I'm seeing. I thought it would. Critical specialization effects. Here we go. Sprawling.
You said you took one that makes it a shove instead of something else?
What's the name of the feat you took?
I just pinged it.
Oh.
Iron fists.
Your fist unattacked
Of weapon trait.
and gain
Okay.
shove. So that's just a regular weapon trait. So that just means you can shove with it and get bonuses. So that's not the same thing as the critical specialization.
Oh, okay. They're called the same thing.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
there's a
Either
bunch.
way, I
Yeah.
punch the spider in its spidery face, and it deals 12 damage.
No, I don't want it. Okay. Perfect. I'm putting it in Discord. This is what you gained. Specifically. There we go. It deals 12 damage. Yep. It is very squished, but still up. That was your first action. What else
Yeah.
would you like to do?
I would like to Stink Eye the Spider. Yes, that's it. That's the action. 21 to demoralize a spider.
You succeed.
Cool.
Yes.
I raise my shield.
The spider is now afeared of you.
Be afraid, spider.
Yep. They're more scared of you than you are of them. And given that you just punched this thing, that makes sense. Perfect. You still have one action left, I think. You did one attack and one
Raise shield?
demoralize. Oh, and raise
I raised
shield.
my
Right,
shield.
right. Prince Caliph.
All right, I'll start by going into Arcane Cascade, and then I will hit the thing that conveniently put itself to be flanked. Arcane Cascade, flat-footed. This one
A 20
20.
hits.
For 6 damage.
Okay. It takes all 6 damage and is still up. Growls at you. Ah!
I'm going to cast Shield. There's too many dangerous things right next to me.
Fair. Well, on its turn, this one is going to go right through 20-foot speed. Okay, then it's stuck here, unfortunately. It was going to move somewhere else, but it has to move there. Caliph, you're being stabbed again. Good for shield.
Woo!
It got a 20, which just hits, I think.
Yeah, I think it does hit.
Dealing 3 piercing damage. Do you use your shield to absorb that?
He's gonna stab you again.
But
yeah,
for
I'm
a lower
thinking I'm
penalty.
going to get stabbed by a lot of things, and I'm more scared of that spider than 3 damage. I think I'll take the 3 damage at this point.
He is going to stab you again, but he misses. Thorvald.
Oh shit. Well, let's do the easy thing. Electric arc the 2 pixies.
Okay. So the one close to you is going to make a reflex save and succeed. So it only takes how much damage? Where is it? 3 damage. And the one a bit further away fails the save and takes all 7. But they're both still up.
Okay.
And shield. Yeah, probably the best bet.
Am I the only one here who doesn't have a shield?
Yes.
I mean, neither of us have shields. We have the spell.
Yeah, you're the only one that walks into combat without some sort of protection from
My
the
shield
bad
is just
guy.
my baby.
Okay,
That's
then
what my
it's
shield
moving
is.
to there. It's going to move to there, and then it's going to... Let me check something. It might just stab. Yep. Then it's going to cast a spell. It mutters under its breath, foul curses towards all of you. And can you, Indigo, please make a will save? You... Yes. Are going to be taking a -1 penalty, status penalty, to all attack rolls. For now.
Is this a condition?
It is not a condition. It is a spell that it just cast.
And how long does it last?
More than 1 round.
Okay.
But it is a continuous spell. Yep. On its turn, the spider is going to... Ooh, it was just punched by you. Hagen, it turns towards you.
But I also feared it.
You did have feared it. Okay, it turns towards Caliph.
Nice. Eat the prince.
And that's why I didn't use the shield before.
Yep.
So
So it's going to strike at you. Oh, actually, it can do that. Yep.
okay, now that I feel much less comfortable.
Thorvald, you are being attacked because with its long spider legs, it has range. It was biting people before.
Hmm.
So you are
Okay.
being attacked.
Gross.
It gets an 18. Dealing
18.
18
Yeah,
to 18
okay.
to hit.
Mhm.
Dealing 9 slashing damage.
Ooh.
That rolled max
Um,
damage on that, to be fair.
Well, I can use my shield to reduce 5 of that.
Yep.
Thankfully. So.
And then it is going to strike at you again. With a 16 to hit.
Yes.
Because of your raised shield, right?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. And then it is going to... I think it's going to back up, actually. Yeah. So it's actually going to stay where it is and climb the ceiling. Just like go straight up above.
No.
Gross.
Because it has a climb speed. So it's going to climb... Ooh. You know, the best thing you can do, I think you get the impression it goes just inside and then climbs up onto the ceiling, like at the top corner of the door. So you basically know where it is, but don't have line of sight of it without going inside, because it's in that frustrating corner.
Cool.
I thought I added a height indicator mod, but I don't see anything here about that. Oh well, it is up in the corner. Boss Scrong, in the meanwhile, as he keeps yelling his name out about how you can't do this into his throne room and make a mess of it, is going to aim at Rogar again with the blowgun. I think he misses. He definitely misses. Yep.
Yeah, but AC 19.
Yep. No, he misses.
Technically, you've got cover through shooting through his allies.
Yep. He's going to shoot you 2 more times. That's what he's going to do. With the third one somehow hitting.
Do I have the cover from his buddies?
Yes, but it still hits.
Oh, okay.
He rolled a 20 despite having a -8 penalty from it being his third attack.
Wow.
So you take 1 piercing damage, and please make another fortitude save against the poison.
Boop. 22.
You're fine. That's its turn. And then this one, who is here, is going to also cast a spell. Can Thorvald and Rogar and can all 4 of you please give me a will save?
Bang too. Are you counting bang as the
No.
4?
No. Haugen.
Oh, okay. You said will?
Will.
12.
Okay.
Me
I got
as
a
well.
+9. I just keep rolling real bad.
Yes. Kaleth as well.
This +1, so 13.
Rogar and Kaleth have a -1 to all attack rolls, while near this creature.
Well, near. Oh, come on.
The creature that got in the middle of you specifically to do this. And then it's going to look at who it should stab. And I think that there's 2 juicy targets, but one of them just electrified it. So, Thorvald, you are being stabbed.
I mean, I hate to argue. Well, no, I do want to argue for it. I stabbed it. It should hit me, the one who still has a shield up.
Roll a d2. Nope, it's going for Thorvald.
Yeah.
And rolls a 23 for
Oh my god.
4 piercing damage. It's not a crit, so it's 4 piercing damage. Oh wait, hang on.
Not a crit.
Not a crit, and it's 6 piercing damage because these creatures have an ability that buffs their damage right now. I will not tell you
Cool.
more, but it's actually 6. That is its turn. Rogar, what do you do?
Oh, he didn't take cover again, did he?
If you don't move, you don't have to keep taking cover. You don't have to maintain take cover. So he's still in cover.
Okay. These guys are more annoying right now, so I think I'm gonna shoot this guy first.
All right. Roll to shoot.
Actually, no. I'm going to. No, I will shoot. 14.
14 against who? The far guy or the close guy?
So it's actually 13 because
Because of
-1.
the thing. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
13 misses.
I'm gonna reload and command bang to go get him.
All right.
Nice.
So Bang's gonna move into there.
Yeah, that's the best he can do.
Okay.
And Bang is gonna bite him.
Okay.
14.
Perfect. A 14 misses as well.
Okay. AC at least 15.
Yep. That's your turn?
Mhm.
Hagen.
I guess I'm gonna punch him. This is -1.
14
miss.
against. Yeah. Also misses. Yep.
Well, this guy's flat-footed.
Oh, he is
Oh.
flat-footed.
Yeah.
You have a -1 to attack rolls. You succeeded the previous save against this guy's spell, but you failed the one against this guy's spell, I think.
Yeah.
So you got a 13. That still hits, actually.
Cool.
Because of the flat-footed.
Does it not give me damage?
It depends where you click. If you one section that you click will just do the attack rolls, one section will just do the damage, and one section will do both.
Oh.
Okay, you kill the creature.
Do our -1 to go away?
Yes, except for Hagen's because his.
Yeah,
was
mine.
from-
His is from
Mine
someone
don't.
else. Yeah.
I stink eye a pixie.
Okay, which one? The one next to you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
20.
Yep, it is very intimidated and is afraid.
I raise my shield.
Okay, perfect.
Just it's not a great status effect, but the fact I can one action status effect people is
It's quite nice.
it's helpful. Something useful that's not strictly like punching.
Yep. Kaleth, what do you do?
I'm going to also try for something useful without strictly punching. What was the action?
Shove?
Create a die. Oh, faint. I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So deception roll, hidden roll, or open? Open.
I think feints are open.
Okay. So faint. 16.
What's the difficulty against? It's perception or
This thing, and I really should look that up. I haven't actually used this yet.
okay. Hold on. I have it here.
You can, if it helps. You gotta.
It's a
type them
deception
in.
check against opponent's perception.
Okay, cool.
But you could set them up on your character sheet for actions you use a lot to just have like a populate option. That's what I've been doing, like the shield block and the demoralized one.
You succeed at the feint. This is against this guy?
Yep.
Yeah, it's perception DC.
So he counts as flat-footed against you for the turn, as I believe what it means, right?
Yep, should be.
Perfect.
And I would like to stab him then.
Perfect.
That didn't. If he's flat-footed, it should be a 14 there.
That's not enough.
I think. No?
Unfortunately not.
I'm 8 minutes from the end, so this is called Hero Point the stupid roll.
That's fair. Yeah. Hero Point the roll. There we go.
Hey,
there you go.
23.
Yep.
That's probably a crit, right?
That is a crit, actually, yes.
Woohoo! I have had much fun with this. Okay. Remember to double the additional damage manually. Oh, this 3 damage. So 18 damage?
Yes. It definitely dies. Do you kick it into the
Yes.
river?
Absolutely.
Perfect. It
It
plops.
needs to be kicked into the river. And I actually, that was my second action,
Oh, you're
so
right.
I have
You still
one
have
more.
an action to go.
Can I lure that
What these creatures are?
thing or the boss?
Ask your question and then roll in secret to recall knowledge, and I'll tell you what skill.
I think I'm looking to know. Yeah, let's go straight with what is it weak to?
For which type of creature? The humanoid ones or the spider?
The humanoid ones.
Okay.
Arcana?
This is going to be. Give me a sec while I double check. But I think it's going to be nature. I'm not sure, but let's go with nature. Do you want to suggest something else?
I mean, they were flitting around and they seem magical. I'm just pushing for Arcana.
Here we go. It is. You could use nature, but it would be tougher.
You mean Arcana?
Sorry, you could use Arcana, but it would be tougher.
I'm still pretty sure that the +7 is better than the +0.
It
so,
will
yes,
be. Okay.
Go with.
So yeah, add the +7.
Submit. This should. Does the +1 affect this at all?
+1. No, it does not.
Okay. There you are.
Okay. So these creatures are called mitflits or mites. They are a type of fey creature who are unfortunately only weak to, as all fey are, cold iron.
Which I assume is a specific thing.
It is a specific material. Yeah, specific
Okay.
like weapon and material.
Not the fact that my sword,
It's
which
cold.
is presumably made out of something, is currently radiating cold
No,
damage.
unfortunately not.
Many a monster hunter has made that mistake.
Yes, but no, they are not especially strong against or weak to any type of magic.
Okay, so cold iron, but not terribly helpful in this
Correct.
case. I keep the knowledge to myself and feel superior about it.
Perfect.
Mm.
Thorvald.
I have a question. If I were to pick up this pixie, how much bulk would that be? It's a small creature, right?
Probably
Can't weigh that
about
much.
4 to 6. Like it's still a backpack, like a full backpack is what it would be, roughly the size.
A full backpack is too bulk because my backpack is too bulk.
By itself, it's
Okay.
Yeah, by itself, it's too bulk with everything in it.
Okay.
Mhm.
It's probably
what it
4
says.
because bulk is not just weight, but bulk is how easy it is to carry. And unfortunately,
Okay.
this creature does not have straps.
So not 1. That's fine.
Yes.
I was just going to try to telekinetic projectile it into something, but never mind.
Unfortunately, no.
In
but
that,
you could use the head of the skeleton that collapsed here if you wanted to.
yeah, let's do that. Okay, we'll fight we'll fight things that are trying to kill us with dead thing. Telekinetic projectile, roll of 18
Against
into the dude in the doorway.
this guy. Okay, perfect. That hits.
10 damage.
Perfect. That hits and kills him, just flat out.
I would very much like it if the skeletal head just replaces his head.
That's what I was thinking.
There's just a cartoon-like bonk sound.
I was thinking, because the skeletal head had a helmet on with an open faceplate,
You did.
that the skeletal helmet-covered head smashed into the pixie head, and the helmet's fine, but the bone isn't. So it crushes the skeleton bone, and now there's just a backwards helmet on its face as it
It
collapses.
just crumples
back.
down.
Yeah.
Excellent.
All
If you want
right.
an actual,
That was 2 actions.
Hang on, just want to check one thing. Oh, that's crap. Never mind. Blowgun guy shield.
Okay.
Oh,
Perfect.
Sorry.
Bite in the meanwhile is going to duck down and be in the corner up here about above the doorway, and then is going to use their reach to attack Hagen. Actually, they're no longer frightened. Also, their frightened went away. So now they're showing that they're not afraid. Here we go.
I was never scared of you.
They get a 17, which I do not think hits you with your shield raised.
It does not.
For their first attack, and they get a 12 for their second attack, so they miss completely. Boss Scrong, in the meanwhile, says something along the lines of, like, "You can't take me! I'm king here! King!" Changing voice completely, by the way.
He put on that voice for us at the beginning, and I was like, "Oh, wait."
Yeah. Oh, no, this is bad.
It's supposed to be his intimidating voice. It didn't work well.
Yep. Rogar keeps shooting him, so he's going to keep shooting Rogar. 21.
Is that including his minus?
It is not including his minus.
My AC's 19, so I think he hits anyway.
Yes. He blows at you 3 times. Only the first one hits. You take 1 piercing damage, and please make a fortitude save.
42. Oh, I'm on my inventory. Boop. 22.
You're fine. You just take the 1 damage. That guy's dead. Rogar, what do you do?
He
How-
has cover still, so
He does, but I can negate it with 2 actions.
With your, yeah.
Is how high up in the corner is the spider?
Is it
10 feet if it used reach to hit Hagen.
It's 10 feet up. Well, not 10 feet up. 10 feet diagonally weird, but yeah. It's
Okay.
like a good 7 to 8 feet up.
So could the bear hit it if it goes underneath him?
It's
it's specifically out of reach of standing on the ground.
yeah. You
Yep.
would need a reach weapon to
Okay.
hit it in melee right now.
Okay.
So you can't really flank it, and you can't, but you
Yeah.
can. Okay, and it has to be a reach weapon, so regular weapons aren't gonna do
Okay.
nothing.
I'm going
Shoot the
to
boss.
command Bang to go after the Heidi Might.
Okay.
And he can get to there.
Perfect.
He uses his support action. Actually, no, he's gonna swing at him because he also gets precision.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I assume this is out of the the cover doesn't matter.
Cover won't matter
Right.
against him. That's correct.
Okay. He's gonna bite him. I'm numb. 26.
That crits.
Wait, is it a D8 or a D6? for
Yeah,
the
it's a
first
D8. So the D8 of damage.
So 2D8.
D8 and double it.
Yeah, D8 and double it.
I believe.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah.
So 12.
24 damage.
24 damage for Bang.
Perfect. So, it's up to you if you want Bang to kill him, because when he sees the bear charging at him, he says, "I give up! I give up! I give up!" Do you,
Okay,
do you
I wa-
stop Bang from
Those are
outright
technically
killing him?
lethal.
Yeah, I think Bang's jaws
Like
are over this thing's head, and it just a whistle sounds, and then he goes,
And then it stops. Yeah.
it just sits on
And
him.
the boss just has his prison damage doesn't double. He still would have given up.
Okay.
No, just rules, you know.
Yep. He
Yeah,
has
One
one
of
hit.
the rules is
Without the
definitely-
doubling of the precision damage specifically, he has 1 hit point.
Oh, so
Okay.
he has 1 hit point.
Yeah. And he gives up at 1 hit point for sure.
Okay. Yeah. Bang's not gonna kill him if he's gives
Does that mean
up.
the spider's called off?
The spider, if he won't think of calling off the spider because his head is currently inside a bear's mouth. But if you
I
tell
shoot
him
the spider.
okay, I was gonna say if you tell him to call the spider off, he will.
Well, because this is all happening at the same time, right?
Yeah,
so I'm
yeah.
shooting and reloading.
Okay, cool.
Mhm.
Shoot the spider.
Shooting the spider for 20.
You hit. Roll the d8.
No, it doesn't count for the spider.
Oh, okay, then it's still up.
Yeah, and then I will reload for my last action.
Okay, do you tell him to call off the spider, or do you want to keep fighting the spider? Because without being called off, the creature won't think to call off the spider. He's just surrendering. It's gonna keep fighting unless
Yeah, if as long as it doesn't cost an action, I think
talking
Rogar would say
usually
like,
doesn't.
yeah, you call off yours and I'll call off mine.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He whistles. I think. No, he yelps and says something which I don't remember if you speak. Yeah, you all. I think you all speak Undercommon. So he yelps something
Yeah,
in like shorthand
I was trying
Undercommon.
to be helpful
He
and
says, like-
grab a language,
Yeah.
and everyone had the same language.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a good language to have.
He says, "Bite, heal," and bite like stops, and like it's still very injured and scared of you guys. So it like retreats and like crawls along the ceiling to like be on the ceiling above the boss Scrong, but it isn't fighting anymore.
Can we wander into the room?
Yeah, you can wander into the room. There's no more living creatures other than the two you have captured, and the creature says, "I didn't know you were so strong. I should have prepared bigger bugs." Ah,
You kind of need a gun.
what is that?
Are you the one who made the fly big?
Yes, we've been, I guess it's too late now anyways. We've been kind of, he, like, pauses a second before saying parts of his speech because he's worried you're going to attack him again, before he tentatively says, "Building an insect army to get our vengeance on the town of Otari."
I'm just kidding.
But that
Do
didn't
we wanna-
exactly work out.
Do we want to talk to this guy next week?
We'll talk to him next week.
Yeah,
But yeah, he'll tell you everything he knows.
With its head still inside the bear.
Yep.
Yeah, just Bang sitting there like with him hanging out of his mouth.
Yep. Perfect. So, end of session. We should at some point talk about potentially reviewing how the end of session stuff is working. But for now, who learned something new about a memorable NPC, including an enemy or another PC?
I mean, we kind of all did with the rolls on the creepy thing.
Yeah, we learned about some nightmare monster.
Yeah, the nightmare monster seemed like a memorable
Yeah.
NPC.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Did we all get that one, or is that just one person?
Who was specifically the one who made the roll? I think that was.
We
It
had
was
two
like-
people make
There's
the roll.
3 of us made the roll, and they were all secret.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Then I'll tell
Yeah.
you. Hold on. Oh, wait. You all succeeded it. So who
Oh.
wants to? Yeah, you all actually succeeded that. Who wants to be the one to get that hero point?
Well, we'll come
Leave it
back
for
to
later and come back to
yeah,
it.
come
Yeah,
back to it
come
after
back.
the
That's fair.
next 2
Who
questions.
was MVP in a fight?
I'm gonna give it to the bear man for fucking
Or
Yeah.
guns.
For the bear doing a great.
Yeah,
And the
honestly,
bear crit like so many
Bang
Ending
specifically
that
seems
fight.
to be MVP in every fight. Like Bang
Yeah.
never acts, but when Bang acts
Still
hard.
Bang
a
rolled
baby.
the best.
takes all my good rolls.
Mhm.
Okay, I'll take that one.
Who non-violently overcame an obstacle or uncovered a secret?
We
Secret.
just mostly did violets this time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could be no one.
I don't vote no one. It's a hero point. It's precious.
It's pretty
I
precious.
feel like maybe. Oh no. Well, uncover a secret. It could be something to do. I don't know.
I mean, the two things. It could be the successful fortune telling roll.
Oh wait, who figured out that the thing you could light it on fire?
that was Caliph.
Recall lore, yeah.
Okay, then do we want to give this to Caliph and then
I'm good with it.
give
Thorvald.
Thorvald
Thorvald's
Other
the
folklore?
discovery.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
that makes sense.
Okay.
Then we all just get one.
everyone gets one in addition to those 3 questions.
Well, you start with one because
Yeah,
it resets at the end of every. Well, it's supposed to reset at the end of every session, but
it's supposed to reset at the. Yeah, it's weird, but we
it
shifted
re-
the order.
for
of
us it
things.
resets. Yeah, for us it resets at the beginning of questions.
Yes.
Yeah.
So y'all get 1 plus 1 if the questions apply to you.
Mhm.
Okay, perfect.
Alright.
So that is us. Are we all available for next week?
Believe so.
I
Should
believe
be.
so.
Perfect. Then we will be back then to
Alright.
interrogate this guy and his bug.
Cool.
Okay. Thank you for watching.
Also murder him.
Of course.
Probably.
Probably.